The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Good morning. Former Prime Minister Hubert Ingraham says everything must be done to stop Sebastian from becoming Prime Minister. He's telling folks in Fort Charlotte who to vote for. Ingraham says he's distressed over passport fraud cases as well. And the Fiscal Responsibility Council predicts the government will likely miss its $75 million fiscal surplus. It's all straight ahead this morning. I'm Dwight Strachan, and this is Morning Blend.
This is Sports Update. New day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way?
Good morning again, Bahamas. It is Thursday, May 7th, 2026. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Again, I'm Dwight Strachan. In a moment, Laverne Gardner will be joining us. Also this morning, we are scheduled to have a candidate from the Progressive Liberal Party with us, but no confirmation as we start the show. We will see how this goes. That's all ahead, but first it's time for the overnight, the latest breaking news from while we're sleeping, and the top national and international headlines this morning.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, wake up.
In the overnight, acknowledging that no government is perfect, and neither is he, Prime Minister Philip Davis last night urging voters in Michael to support the PLP on May 12th, not because the party deserves it, but because, quote, we have tried to earn it. Davis, who visited Maguana, Crooked Island, and Acklands yesterday and ended the day at a rally on Inagua, also announced that the jobs of Morton Bahamas employees are protected. Last month, Morton Bahamas announced cost-cutting measures, including a reduction in jobs and the social benefits provided to employees. The Prime Minister saying last night, quote, I came with news for the people of Matthewtown. For every salt worker who has spent their life in those ponds, you know what this past year has been. 7 months without production. Your workers told 75% of them could lose their jobs in 45 days or keep their jobs at 20 hours a week. Either way, Bahamian families are facing the worst. Trade Union Congress came to my office. I told them this government was not going to stand by and leave the workers of Inagua in the cold. So we engaged Morton. We engaged the new owners. We brought every party to the table. The Prime Minister announcing that the government has reached an agreement with the new owners and with Morton and that the outstanding issues are resolved. He said, quote, the workers are protected, the local economy is protected, the lifeblood of the island is protected, and the new agreement brings $200 million of investment to Great Inagua. Davis claims that this will double the workforce and will build a salt center of excellence to train young Bahamians there in Inagua. He says this will help rebuild the island school and will back a third weekly flight to the island. Former Prime Minister Hubert Ingraham said a second Brave Davis Philip Brave Davis' term could potentially pave the way for Sebastian to potentially become prime minister. He's urging FNM supporters who don't want to see this happen to stop the PLP's Fort Charlotte candidate from winning that constituency. In his first appearance on a rally stage during the election campaign, Ingram making a strong pitch to voters to fire the Davis administration and elect Michael Pintard in the FNM. He acknowledged that Davis, his former law partner, is his friend, but he said he does not vote for him. Saying, quote, "We are on different teams, so we never vote for each other. Despite that, I have no intention of speaking against his candidacy for a second consecutive term. And while I would not have voted for him, I didn't intend to speak, but when I look around and see what a second term would mean, Sebas being placed on a rung of the ladder on a potential pathway to become Prime Minister of the Bahamas, if you want to make sure Sebas can't become your Prime Minister, stop him in Fort Charlotte." Earlier in his speech, Ingram urged voters in Killarney and Fort Charlotte to support the FNM's candidates for those areas, Michaela Barnett Ellis and Travis Robinson. Ingram said voters in those constituencies should reject any other candidate coming to them in the FNM's name. Ingram last night also telling the FNM supporters that he's distressed by the number of foreigners being found with fraudulent Bahamian passports and other government-issued documents, expressing concern that these cases could cause Bahamians to undergo increased surveillance and scrutiny when traveling abroad. A Bahamian man has been convicted of a scheme to smuggle guns and ammunition from Florida to New Providence. Ahmad Bain was unanimously found guilty by a Supreme Court jury of conspiracy to import firearms and ammunition. After the jury gave its decision, Justice Lauren Klein ordered Bain remanded to prison to await sentencing. The penalty began on August 19th. Prosecutors say that the shipment of 9 firearms and hundreds of rounds of ammunition was intercepted by the police after a firearms detection dog sat near a pallet of goods from Quantum Shipping at Lynden Pindling International Airport back on May 14, 2024. The guns were found in a ceiling fan box while the ammunition was hidden in an air mattress box. The boxes contained the false names of Garcia Roll and Maria Esteve. After executing a search warrant on Bain's phone, officers saw that Bain and another man had discussed the shipment. In a letter to Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson, PLP Chairman Fred Mitchell expressing concern over the manner and timing of communications to party representatives, citing uproar that unfolded on Tuesday night over the moving of advance poll ballot boxes. Mitchell said the issue was one of short notice for a routine election procedure, as he condemned drama from the opposition parties. The plan to move the ballot boxes from police headquarters to Parliamentary Registration Department headquarters sparked protest from the FNM and the COI. As a result, Commissioner Thompson postponed the move after reaching an agreement with the 3 parties to transfer the boxes Wednesday. And FNM candidate for Fox Hill, Dr. Nicholas Fox, decrying the recent circulation of a 2015 Al Jazeera clip, which was intended to suggest that he offered banned performance drugs to athletes. The video from a documentary looking into the use of performance-enhancing drugs by professional athletes depicted a British hurdler, Liam Collins, meeting with Dr. Fox, asking about EPOs, insulin, and testosterone. Fox telling National Guardian yesterday that none of the drugs are illegal, and he was never accused of anything. And a man's been sentenced to 5 years and 6 months in prison for sex crimes involving the child of a family friend. 47-year-old Jose Thompson faced a possible maximum sentence of 8 years in prison for the offense of indecent assault. Justice Joyanne Ferguson telling Thompson there was no sentence that could restore the innocence that was taken from the victim. She said that Ferguson was only spared the maximum sentence because he had no previous convictions. The sentence takes effect from May 13, 2025, the date of conviction. Ferguson described the crime as a breach of trust carried out on an innocent mind before it could comprehend such sexual actions. Thompson was a friend of his then 5-year-old victim's parents and was at times allowed to pick him up from school in New Providence. The indecent assault took place on 3 successive days in November 2020. While at his home, Thompson addressed the child and kissed his genitals. Thompson also placed his penis between the child's butt. The abuse came to light after the child uncharacteristically kissed his father on his lips. When questioned about his actions, the child told his mother that Thompson had kissed him, prompting the mother to call police. Overseas, Iran says it's reviewing the latest American proposals on ending the war as U.S. President Donald Trump threatened the country with a new wave of bombing unless a deal is reached that includes reopening the crucial Strait of Hormuz to international shipping. Hope that the 2-month conflict could soon end buoyed international markets, even as the U.S. military fired on an Iranian oil tanker attempting to breach an American blockade of Iran's ports earlier in the day. The developments followed days of mixed messaging from the Trump administration over its strategy to end the war. Trump posted on social media that the 2-month war could end and that oil and natural gas shipments disrupted by the conflict could restart, but he said that depends on Iran accepting a reported agreement that he did not detail. A fragile ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran has largely held since April 8th, but in-person talks between the two countries hosted by Pakistan last month failed to reach an agreement. The war began February 28th when the U.S. and Israel launched strikes against Iran. And British voters cast ballots today in local and regional elections that could shake up the country's politics and deliver a heavy blow to embattled Prime Minister Keir Starmer. Starmer's centre-left Labour Party is facing for big losses in polls that will choose about 5,000 local councillors and a handful of mayors across England, as well as semi-autonomous parliaments in Scotland and Wales. Polls opened at 7 a.m. and will close time. Some local authorities will count ballots overnight, but the bulk of the results are likely to be declared on Friday afternoon. Local elections usually focus on issues like garbage collection, graffiti, and potholes, but Starmer's opponents have painted today's vote as a midterm referendum on the Prime Minister. A rout could trigger moves by restive Labour lawmakers to oust a leader who led them to power less than 2 years ago. Even if Starmer survives for now, many analysts doubt he will lead the party into the next national election, which must be held by 2029. And our officials and experts in Argentina are scrambling to determine if their country is the source of a deadly hantavirus outbreak that has gripped an Atlantic cruise. The health emergency aboard the ship that's moored across the ocean comes as Argentina sees a huge surge of hantavirus cases that many local public health researchers attribute to the recently accelerating efforts of climate change. Argentina, where the cruise to Antarctica departed, is consistently ranked by the World Health Organization as having the highest incidence of the rare rodent-borne disease in Latin America. Higher temperatures expand the virus's range because, in part, as it gets warmer and ecosystems change, rodents that carry the hantavirus can thrive in more places. People typically contract the virus from exposure to rodent droppings, urine, or saliva. The Argentine Health Ministry Tuesday reported 101 hantavirus infections since June 2025, roughly double the caseload recorded over the same period the previous year. And Kenya's political word of the moment is goonism, frequently uttered by national leaders to convey annoyance at the gangs that intimidate those whose political activities they oppose. Supporters of President William Ruto, who's seeking a second term in elections next year, use the phrase to describe the political violence that authorities will not tolerate. Opposition figures use it to condemn what they see as Ruto's aggressive and underhanded campaign tactics. At times it can seem as if goonism is up against goonism, an unwelcome turn of events in the East African nation where the contest for political power is becoming even more vigorous and tinged with a sense of danger. Many Kenyans doubt Ruto's commitment to the religious values he espoused before taking power in 2022. Ruto vowed to raise a kind of born-again Christian nation, fearful of God and at peace with itself. But many say that as president, he appears to have benefited from the lawlessness that is now a national scourge, as religious and political leaders warn that political violence threatens democratic gains.
This is Sports Update.
In sports, the Bahamas Youth Flag Football League is gearing up to host its fourth annual high school tournament this Saturday on the fields opposite the original Thomas A. Robinson Track and Field Stadium. The tournament has steadily grown in competitiveness as well as participation, with more than 10 schools set to battle on the field for bragging rights. There'll be schools participating not only from New Providence, but also from Harbor Island and Abaco. More on that in today's Guardian Sports section. Bahamian women's discus throw national record holder Serena Brown is back on the scene following a 5-year hiatus from the sport. Due to injuries and setbacks, the 27-year-old Brown made a highly anticipated season debut at the 2026 Cameron Burrell Invitational, hosted in Houston last week. Despite having substantial time away from discus throwing, Brown recorded a throw of 56.60 meters on her third attempt to finish in the top position. More on Brown's return in today's Guardian Sports section. From the NBA, Jalen Brunson taking the New York Knicks to a 2-0 lead over the Philadelphia 76ers with a 108-102 victory last night in their Eastern Conference semifinal. And in the West, Wemby and the San Antonio Spurs taking out frustration on the Minnesota Timberwolves to even the semifinal series at 1 apiece, with a score of 133-95. That's sports, and that's the overnight. Time for your first look at weather. Your first look at weather brought to you by Star General. We've got high pressure building across the country, and that's going to be the dominant weather feature, allowing for mostly clear skies and pleasant weather conditions today. A weak surface ridge will continue to lie across the islands, maintaining a light wind regime with very warm and muggy conditions through tonight. So, as we say, it's going to be warm, and everyone's being advised to remain hydrated, wear protective clothing and sunscreen, and seek shaded areas while outside during peak sunshine hours. UV indices expected to be in the high to extreme range, and heat indices reaching into the upper 90s, into the triple digits even. So for today, most areas looking at mostly sunny conditions today, turning fair at night. The southeast Bahamas, partly to mostly sunny today, turning fair at night. Only about a 10% chance of showers for most areas, 10 to 20% chance for the southeastern islands. Winds south to southwest at 10 knots or less for the extreme northern islands. Southeast to south at 10 knots or less for the rest of the northwest Bahamas. And east to southeast at 10 knots or less for the central islands, falling light and variable at times. The southeast Bahamas looking at winds easterly at 10 to 15 knots. Temperatures today, most areas looking at highs getting very close to, if not exactly at 90 Fahrenheit, 32 Celsius, 91 even for the southeastern islands, 33 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight in the low to mid 70s, about 22 to 24 Celsius. That's your first look at weather this morning. We'll have your extended outlook coming up in just a bit. This weather check brought to you by Star General Insurance Made Simple.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way.
You are listening to Morning Blend. When we come back, we're discussing the day's top stories right here on your home for fresh news and smart talk all day. Guardian Radio 96.9.
Looking to elevate your gadget game, or are tech troubles simply slowing you down? Escape to a world of innovation at Custom Computers, your go-to store for the latest cutting-edge tech. Whether you need to upgrade your life with the best from Apple and Windows, or your device needs a little TLC, the Custom Computers know-how destination for unbeatable expertise and quality repairs. With 2 convenient locations, there's a Custom Computers near you on Patton Street in Palmdale and Cades Village, or call 396-1100.
Are you a tourism business owner or ready to become one? At the Tourism Development Corporation, we work with tourism entrepreneurs at every stage, turning ideas into thriving businesses and helping existing ones grow. From business development support and funding opportunities to targeted initiatives and strategic partnerships, we're here to help you take that next step. Build your future in tourism with the Tourism Development Corporation. Visit tdcbahamas.com to learn more.
This election night, trust the team you trust every single day. On May 12th, your Guardian Radio hosts will be live from 6 p.m. until the election is called, with verified results, breaking developments, and reporting from the entire Guardian News Network, the teams from Guardian Digital and the Nassau Guardian, every day and every election day. Stay with the Guardian News Network on Guardian Radio 96.9 and Star 106 FM.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
5 years, we struggle as they rule. Our economy in ruins, job prospects dried up, hundreds of millions spent on no-bid contracts, illegal immigrants flooded our communities, our schools and hospitals broken, and healthcare unaffordable. Now they want 5 more years. If they get it, our future, our Bahamas, is gone. Under the F&M, that changes, because they know their job is to work for you, not the few.
Every job I've had, I've learned something invaluable. When I was in construction, my brother made us look for the screws and the nails in the dirt because your job could be held up. One of the sayings was, if you have time to lean, you have time to clean. You are always on the clock. The F&M knows a strong economy means better jobs, more money in people's pocket, and a real comeback. And our team will work every day to make it happen.
This message was paid for and authorized by the Free National Movement.
Planning for retirement can be overwhelming, but with CFAL, it doesn't have to be. We offer tailor-made individual, group, and pension solutions that take the guesswork out of retirement planning. Whether it's for you or your company, don't leave your future to chance and let the trusted hands of CFAL's experts guide you toward peace of mind and financial stability. Low upfront costs and affordable monthly payments make it easy for you to build wealth so you can live well. Visit us at cfal.com to start on your path toward financial freedom. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
CFAL is a proud sponsor of Team Bahamas for the 2026 Carifta Games.
The unsung heroes give us pride in the present, hope for the future, and most importantly, become living examples of the best that we can be.
CIBC Caribbean wants to reward the unsung heroes in our communities. Do you know someone who's been doing outstanding work in their community or performed an extraordinary act of heroism, bravery, or kindness in the last 12 months? Nominate a hero today. Go to CIBCCaribbean.com to learn more.
No one likes a fender bender.
Oh, man.
From a little scratch to a full mashup, NUA Insurance has got you covered with auto insurance tailored to fit your needs and budget. For affordable rates with free on-site accident assistance, visit us online or in branch and just ask us. NUA Insurance. Ask us because we've got you covered.
The following is a paid political message.
Find it here. You're looking for truth. Find it here. Vote for MacGyver. She's here for you. See everybody in Kalani. Change is here. Hey, hands in the air. See everybody in Kalani. Vote for MacGyver. She is a fighter.
That was a paid political message.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Every day in a busy world, we have to do so much. Bank with CIBC and get that personal touch. Share your ambitions, let us help your dreams come true. At CIBC, you're at the heart of all we do. We're on your side, we're listening, we know the way you feel. CIBC, ambitions made real.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us at Morning Blend 969 or Facebook.com/Morning Blend 969. Text us 422-4796. Standard text rate supply. And once again, I'm Dwight Strachan. Joining me now on this Thursday morning, as usual, we've got Laverne Gardner. Laverne, good morning.
Good morning, Dwight, and good morning to our listeners. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Hope you are ready for election 2026.
I guess so.
Okay, well, there you go. You sound very enthusiastic.
I don't, I mean, you know, when you say, am I ready? You got to tell me what you mean.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I get that. Well, we're gonna have a lot of fun today. We've a lot to talk about, and
Fun is always good.
yeah. We scheduled, long booked, many weeks ago, to have a PLP candidate with us today. But despite our many requests and attempts to
It's not
confirm,
happening?
it doesn't appear that it will happen today. I've just got a message.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. But this has been happening with some of our other shows where nobody's been showing up.
Wow.
But I just got a message that tomorrow might be.
Tomorrow might be the day.
Might be, although that means I might have to reschedule some other guests. I guess I have.
And I'm not saying this to be facetious at all.
Mm.
PLP candidates have been on?
Yes, of course, of course. For me, this will be the first time there's an issue, if issue is the right word to use. But I know some other shows, no one has shown up. But they've booked the segment. It's just very strange. And you and I we are very naughty people sometimes, Laverne. And we had a plan. You want to be part of this now? Okay.
No, I'm just trying to. I mean, why did you start off with we are very naughty people?
Because we together. No, or you want me to put it all on me? Okay.
Oh no.
Came up with a plan.
I own it. I own my stuff.
There we go. We said, hey, you know what? The segment and the sponsorship involved. I mean, we got a whole segment just sitting here.
We had a plan.
We had a plan.
It was a good one.
We had a plan. Since it's paid for by a political candidate, well, and if one doesn't show up,
Did I have a political?
any other political candidate that wanted to come to call us to talk about should be, not from not from the FNM, but maybe from the COI. COI hasn't been
from any independent,
right, or an independent.
Yeah.
We were going to allow you to call in and get your time and say why people should consider you. Even I don't think he's not an FNM, but even Dr. Minnis, we were going to say, hey, call. Laverne went quiet on that one, but it looks like we won't do that today. But if they don't show up tomorrow, so we're putting everyone on notice. Independent candidates and COI candidates.
To you. Why did you say that?
What?
Laverne went quiet on that.
You didn't say anything.
You're giving people the wrong impression.
Oh, I mean, would you have been happy if he was allowed to call in? Oh boy. Okay. So there we go. So if they don't take advantage of this tomorrow, any independent candidate or COI candidate, it'll be your time.
If they don't come. And this is for tomorrow. Tomorrow. We have to say that, not today.
Yeah.
This is for Friday.
So we put some fire, they don't like that term, underneath them.
Oh, Lord.
To show up and talk to us.
Say fire.
Don't say
heat.
Fire. Some heat. Well, that comes from fire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Look like you got to watch your words. You got to watch your colors.
We're going to be restricted. We're going to be all just only allowed to wear gray and speak about clouds. I mean,
watch. You can't. You got to watch if you wear yellow, red, or black, or I don't know.
Or blue, any of the flag colors can be problematic.
What? That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. This is where we are. It's like living in gangland. But anyway.
But tomorrow, Dwight, make sure that you wear purple. No, for real.
Okay, or white.
No, we're purple.
Okay.
We're purple.
With all the colors
this
mixed
month
up.
is lupus awareness.
Oh, I see.
So we're purple.
No, I thought you were saying with the blue and the yellow and the red mixed together, it comes out looking purple.
Oh,
okay.
I'd already left that.
Sure. So we'll see. We look forward to speaking with the candidates.
Yeah.
And we'll see how this goes.
So hopefully someone will show up from the Progressive Liberal Party tomorrow.
Yeah.
And and when I say someone like a good Oh,
Well, they know who I want to talk
nice
to.
way to say that.
I've put in my request.
You know what I mean.
I've put in my request.
Don't just send a random person.
Someone we've never heard of before.
Right.
I've put in my request for two particular people. One is looking better, more likely than the other.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But two in particular we want to talk to.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see.
Well, if it doesn't happen, I'm going to try to be the first one to call it so I could be an independent candidate.
Oh, okay. Are you mounting a write-in campaign?
Right, I am.
Oh, okay. We'll give you a few minutes to talk tomorrow. Okay, so that's that. But there's a lot more happening in the news. And in the news, where do we begin? So much to talk about. So many people saying so many interesting things, and other fascinating developments. But I guess at this time, it's time for we need to put like music behind this soon and have a whole intro. And but it's time to ask whether there's been any update.
Yeah.
Any update on the the deadly police-involved shooting with the off-duty officer who allegedly hit with a cutlass, who shot someone to death in self-defense? Not a word has been said since the incident, and we don't know anything. We've never been told whether the officer's serious injuries. We never heard his name. The police force never uttered the name of the victim. Once the family spoke to the media, and only once, and nothing from anybody on the police force on where this stands, how the investigation's looking. Is the officer on sick leave, half pay? Is he working? Is he... What is going on? Just a couple days before this incident, another off-duty police officer involved in a fatal shooting an American man. Within a few days, he was charged with, was it murder? Yeah.
Hasn't the trial already happened?
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
You sure?
No. He might have been extradited to the U.S.
Exactly.
to face execution. I don't know. But no, it hasn't happened yet. But we haven't heard anything about the Bahamian. We at first were saying, oh, no, that's not it. It's just more complicated case. Nope, can't be now. It's got to be because he's a Bahamian, and sadly, possibly because he's black. So this is where we are in 2026 in the Bahamas, and no one's saying a word, not a single word, nothing. Nobody cares. It's just like only the nutcase in the morning who keeps talking about this over and over. What does he expect to happen? He needs to get a life. That's the only thing we're hearing. So, yes, that was the question. Any answer? No.
Any?
No.
Hello?
No. Maybe I'll add cricket sounds when I ask a question going forward. This is very odd. Very odd. And I'm a little ashamed of the media and the public. I don't think there's much... Nobody else is saying anything about it. There's not an outcry from the public. It's just really weird. Someone's calling in. I'm afraid to hear this unless this person is also trying to seek answers in this, but caller, would say you on this?
Hey, how you doing, Dwight?
Good morning.
Morning.
Dwight, the police uniform changed to khaki or brownie.
Well, that's the inspectors, right?
Yes. I mean, everybody mostly look like the majority.
Oh, that's all you see? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. What do you make of this situation?
That's what I called for. I just wanted to point out, but yeah, that's what I called for. What I make of it, I said a long time ago. First of all, this is the kind of love we have for each other, and it shows. And for people like yourself, I appreciate that you stick on this matter to prove that point. because it looks as though only the minority of people like yourself and I and a few others really still have this love for each other. Because in the United States, if one of their citizens go anywhere over the world and something happens, they are relentless to try and find them and see what's happening. And this just shows how we think about each other. And the senior people of the disrespect that the senior persons in the police, on the police force, show for the media, it's alarming. And this is what we're supposed to be concerned about. And this is not about politics, as we already know. But I don't want to go there, but we have to step up our game. We don't have everybody in khaki and the senior ranks in khaki. We have no respect for each other, no love, no nothing. So what you going to do, people? Have a nice day, Dwight.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's sad. It's very disturbing. But I guess they think they can just ignore this. You know?
Yeah, nobody talks about it eventually.
Yeah. So let me be totally honest here. So
it'll disappear.
So I've been told the name of the officer. I've been told why there's possible silence, what's going on behind the scenes, and what's up, right? That's
what you're holding out on me.
I don't know. I can't confirm it. I don't know, but I'm not going to recklessly state it.
Can't be right. I just have to say, you can't be irresponsible.
But the reasons are very different, and it makes you question. Well, some of us have already done that. Question everything, especially involving the police force. But it's not acceptable for this to be the reason. But somebody does. If not the police force, the Ministry of National Security, somebody. I mean, nobody's talking about it. The government's not talking about it. It's none of the political parties are talking about it. Off-duty officers, 2 in 1 week, killing people. No, okay. What else is new? That's the attitude we have? Oh, amazing. That's amazing. Ah, boy. Yeah. Let's take some more calls, and then we want to get to the stories making news today. A lot going on. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning, Dwight.
Hi, good morning. Yes, we can.
Yeah, good morning to all. Dwight, the situation with the early voting last week, and all candidates had a problem with the Registrar General. And Mr. Trey Rahman really got to be careful. He blamed it on the opposition parties. But again, in his own candidates said there's a problem. You got to learn to stop speaking out before you find out the facts. And that particular show, I don't watch no more. I watched that last night because the day before, the same problem. Before you accuse anybody, find out what went down. Now the PLP look bad because, hey, you have a sitting member, Fox Hill, complaining about the same problem. Okay. And now the Trey Rahman, what are you saying, the Trey? You got to stop that, and you're making it bad for your party.
All right, thanks a lot. I don't know where this is coming from. We're not talking about that right now, but anyway, I'll let you talk. But okay, cool. Let's stick to the topic, caller, until we move on. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
You and Laverne.
Hi, good morning.
One quick question for Laverne before I comment on the police shooting. Laverne,
sure.
You have your tally sheet ready to go, your Excel sheet, so that you can tell me in advance and predict the outcome before it happens?
You know something? I haven't gotten my tally sheet yet. I have my pencils ready, but I really do need to get my tally sheet.
Well, I think I'm going to design an Excel sheet just for you. I don't
Oh,
know how to
please
get it to you,
do.
but I think I'll do just
Please.
that. Dwight, the police force seem to be facing a lot of criticism when it comes to incomplete reporting of shootings.
Not just shootings.
No, but the public seem to not to be upset about this.
But they're just numb to it. They're just used to it. It's like
maybe
every day.
That's because we are becoming used to people just being unalive. But could it be that the coroner's court may eventually view this case and then they want to allow that to drag on for months because it could take years?
Probably, but I mean, at least say something. Say something. We've turned it over to the coroner. We've done our investigation. The officer's been relieved, or the officer's on leave, or whatever it is. Say something. He was not seriously injured, no life-threatening injuries, but blah, 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 whatever. Say something.
It doesn't make the police look good in this one when they can respond so quickly to other situations, you know. But this one seems to be shelved.
Yeah. Well, it's bigger than the police.
This is bigger than the police.
I mean, I think it's beyond the police now. Again, the Ministry of National Security and the government. Somebody needs to say something. It's
maybe he's waiting until he loses the election so he can represent the police. How about that?
See, I don't know. You just, boy, I tell you. Okay.
Oh, Lord. Shots fired.
All right, so let's read these messages quickly. We got a lot to get to this morning. This person's LOLing and lots of laughing at your silence at times, Laverne. This one says here, the PLP's afraid of Guardian Radio. Oh, really? So they won't show up to your show. You handle the truth too honestly, and the PLP can't handle the truth. I don't think that's fair to say. Many have shown up. Many have shown up in the past. This is the first time they're standing me up like this. But again, they're saying they're not standing me up. They're saying possibly tomorrow. Yeah. They've been busy. Lots of campaigns.
Tomorrow's a better day. Yeah.
There've been like rallies every night. So, yeah, there's a lot going on. Okay.
Been at least 4 rallies every night.
Wow.
That's how I feel. Every time I turn around,
it really
there's
does.
a rally.
Dueling rallies from the same party. It's just crazy. The silence is due to the fact that they do not want you to hear the full story on this matter. You can figure out who started the altercation.
And see, this is it here, right? The silence gives room for us to consider and talk about anything, why.
Yeah.
But if you would say something, at least we could be able to say, we know this much. This is how it happened.
Yeah.
But you're not saying anything, so, your mind just, goes to a place where something.
Crazy
There
stuff.
must be, right.
Yeah. This person says here, it's so strange how the police want civilians to settle disputes without violence, but if you are a police officer, shoot for the head and ask questions later. And I don't want to read this other part to your text here. I don't like it. But I hear you. Tell us the reason we are in the dark about the shooting and don't name the police officer who's involved. Well, again, that's hearsay, and I need to... That's not helpful. Now you have me more concerned when you say you have been told the name of the officer and the reasons are disturbing. Sounds like it could be a well-known police name. Well, I don't know the name. I mean, I don't know the person, but I make it a point not to know people. You know what I mean? Like, everybody around here intentionally tries to make the country smaller than it is, or as small as it is, and I'm trying to do the opposite. Like, no, I don't know who you're talking about. Does that make sense? Maybe not. Anyway, why would any PLP candidate want to do anything with this 99% biased radio station? I turn on my radio like I usually do on my way to work instead to hear the BBC News instead of you all bashing the PLP. Oh,
what?
Okay.
Say that again. Say that again, Dwight.
I lost several brain cells. They're still here, so they didn't turn it off. Anyway, you sure you want to read this again?
Yes, please.
Why would any PLP candidate want to do anything with this 99% biased radio station? I turn on my radio like I usually do at 5 a.m. to listen to the BBC News, and then it's usually a replay of bashing the PLP. Okay.
That's what we doing here.
That's probably one of the candidates right now texting that. Yeah. My Lord. Have you sent an official request to the Commissioner of Police for the update? Official? Like, what do you mean? Type a letter and put it in the mail? Like that? Okay. The police shooting matter is before the coroner's court. Is it really? Legally, the police cannot comment on pending legal action. They said on the night of the shooting that the matter was handed over to the coroner. Okay. I still think you could tell us how the officer was doing. I still think you could say that and tell us if he's still working or whatever. I think that would be... People are afraid to speak out on anything involving police conduct for fear of being set up or unfairly victimized. They seem to have a secret group of... Oh, boy. Okay. Amazing how it's bashing when they're in government. Yeah, right? Okay. And why did the texter say 99% bias? At least the texter could have said 96.9% bias.
Okay,
Well,
Texter, for
what?
your information, we are not 99% biased.
96.9.
Okay, get it together. We are 96.9.
Wow.
Okay.
So who's the 1% that's, or what is the 1%? Wow.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
It's hilarious.
Okay. Well, anyway, so Laverne, I told you about this yesterday. This is disappointing. And I've said it publicly on the air that I'm not prepared to vote with the purple voters card out of just sheer disgust. The fact that we've been using this purple piece of paper for 3 elections now. This would be the 3rd, right?
Yeah, but it looks like you're going to have to.
I'm still holding out hope. But I went to collect, even though there wasn't, people were telling me. I hadn't seen anything official from PRD, Parliamentary Registration Department. But they did post something yesterday telling people to come and pick up their biometric cards. And so the statement, the flyer they posted said, please be advised that some biometric voters cards are available for pickup Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., as well as Saturday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Some. The election is Tuesday, and some are available for pickup. I said, well, okay. But anyway, so after I went down to where I'm supposed to pick up my card, and they did the search, and they looked through all these piles, and they said, oh, yours isn't ready
Dwight
yet.
Strachan. Okay.
Yours isn't ready yet. I'm like, what? The election is Tuesday. I'm like,
right.
Yeah, well, you could come later in the week or Saturday. You know, you might be ready then.
It
And you
might be not even a definite. Come Saturday, you'll be able to pick it up Saturday.
But it gets better. You could use your purple card. You're still using that, or your passport. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, But while I was waiting, while they were searching, and again, while they were searching through the stacks of cards, I heard one of the ladies there telling somebody who was picking up their card that, and
one of the workers?
Yeah. And I don't know if I misheard. I don't know if I misunderstood. But she said, this is the card, but the biometrics are not in it yet. But that'll be done at some other point. I'm paraphrasing, right? But it's just the card now at some other point, they'll deal with the biometrics part. Like, what is going on here?
What do you mean?
I don't know what that means.
You didn't ask?
I'm I'll wait for them to hand me my card and tell me the same thing.
Why
because
not?
I'm eavesdropping.
So what,
but I'm
Dwight?
saying
At
when I
this
get
point,
mine,
it
she'll tell me the
doesn't
same
matter.
thing, right?
But Dwight, here's the reality. You don't know if you're going to get yours.
It doesn't look good. It is not looking good. And
So at this point, you needed to ask, and you needed to say, I'm sorry, excuse me, what did you say?
I was
the card.
in shock.
I'm sorry. You were in shock. You needed to be in shock and get the correct information. Because it's no guarantee. Right? I hate to break it to you. You're not getting this card before election.
So many questions, right? Because again, only one man knew the date, supposedly, right? And I'm pretty sure
So
that it was clear.
If this is what you heard, because you're not sure this is what you heard, or if you misunderstood.
Yeah.
I want to preface all of that.
Right.
Because you, like you said, let's go back, you were eavesdropping.
Well, they were talking loud enough for me to hear.
Well, they were talking loud enough.
But maybe
for
her
me,
card
you were
is not
included in the
biometric.
conversation.
Maybe hers is de-biometric. I don't know. But that one doesn't have any biometrics, apparently. And at some point, it would have it.
So, like, what is that? You're just going to show the card that there's no, like, scanner thing that you, okay,
I don't know what's
and
going
everything
on.
pops up?
This is crazy. This is crazy.
So it's just a card. If that's the case, it's just a card with some information on the card, printed on the card. But
So it's a hard version of the paper cards we've been using.
right.
So
Is that
again,
it?
back to what I was saying. If it was clear that it wasn't going to be ready, we still have a few
honestly,
months before
Dwight-
the election had to be called. I know maybe the aim was to get us back to the May periods for elections, but this is crazy. If it wasn't going to be ready, why do all of this?
and we talked about it. I totally supported us having that card. I still do, but I also knew that I was going to wait. I was going to wait until all the kinks are worked out, and yeah. And I'm glad that I every time I hear a story about a card not being ready or whatever, I'm just happy that I made the decision to wait.
And again,
So,
this
good
all
luck.
goes back to bad communication, poor communication, lack of communication. People aren't telling you the full story, and it is really frustrating. It's really frustrating around here sometimes, and it's not making any sense. I hope that woman doesn't know what she's talking about. I hope I misheard. I hope
all of that.
all of those things, and I hope I get my card, whatever it is, even though it doesn't seem to be able to do much.
What I'm saying is, I know first. I'm certain, Dwight, that you're going to get the card. I'm just not confident that you're going to get it before election.
Thanks, thank you,
And I
thank
think
you so
that
much.
you have to. Okay, that's what I'm here for. I think that you just need to make up your mind that that's the way it is, and make sure that you have your purple card or your passport out and ready. Yeah, like for real. Seriously, Dwight. Seriously.
My goodness.
I mean, if you get it, great. And you'll be sure to ask if it's biometric. I like how we just, keep making up words. Like, yeah. Like,
They
you
say
have to ask
it's
them,
it's biometric.
Is this biometric?
They'll say it's biometric if you use it.
Biometric.
It's biometric if you use it in conjunction with your passport. You're like, oh, so you need the two of them together for it to be
together.
right. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Thank
So
you.
you need to let them know.
Thank
Is
you.
this metric or is this non-metric?
Let's hear from you, folks. Maybe you know more. Did I mishear? Did she Did she
misheard 'cause
misspeak?
nobody was talking to you.
Right. That's what you get for eavesdropping.
On the press.
We intentionally did that so you could get the wrong information.
Yeah.
Did
realized
she?
that you wanted to listen.
Maybe she misspoke. I don't know. But in any event, I still don't have my card.
Maybe
Caller.
you misheard.
Yeah. Caller, what say you? Good morning. You're live.
Good morning, Laverne. And you, Dwight. How you doing?
Good morning.
Right, two things, right? First, when people talk about acting Prime Minister Latrell Raming and Fred Mitchell, the Minister of
I think only you. Nobody's saying that.
But
Yeah, I was like, wait, what? Is
what they
everybody
do,
out of the country? If we down to maybe
Dwight,
enacted prime
there's a
minister?
form of psychological manipulation that they practice, and you could consider this. You could look this up: double thinker and reverse gaslighting. Okay, the first stage is where Mitchell wants you to accept contradictions as normal, right? And then reverse gaslighting is where they accuse people who notice the contradiction of being the real threat. Like, how dare you notice that what we're saying is not what it's supposed to be. Stuff like the government is transparent, but the public does not need to see the details. The economy is strong, but people must accept that they are struggling. We are protecting sovereignty while signaling deals that weaken national control should be accepted. These are things, just notice how they play it. It's a psychological game That's become normal. Now, to your thing. Thank you for now giving me the opportunity to continue. When you first was running on about this...
Running on?
I'm saying when you were excited. You were so excited about this new digital card, right?
Yes, I was.
And I said to you, it is impossible to run two parallel existence of an analog system and a digital system. They do not overlap. It has to be all digital or all analog.
I still don't believe you. I have faith that it will. I have faith that I misheard, and that I will get my card before the election.
Dwight, you will get your card, just like the NIB. You could get your card. Remember, the NIB is supposed to do everything, including paint your house. You still waiting on that, right?
Wow.
Okay.
So, Alan, are you saying then that the card is just has the stuff printed on it? It isn't.
Yes,
really
it will more cheap because. When you can't have a paper system...
So you don't believe that there is any biometric information on it?
No. Because the biometric information is not on it. The system has to be in place that uses... There's not like this database sitting on your card. The database has to be someplace else, and the card becomes a point of like a gateway to verification of that data, of that. We don't have that database available. So when you go to vote, right? If those cards was working today, you would have to have a system for people to verify digitally, and then a system for people to verify analog.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
See, that's what I'm saying to you. See, these things they say.
So they're just going to hold it up to the light and look at it?
They can do nothing. It becomes another ID system. Why? Because I said to you guys then, they were only trying to meet a June deadline to justify the money that was borrowed for the digital ID, and they need to report in June. See, this is what we keep doing. For decades, at least for the 2 decades, I told you that we've been faking it. Made it yet.
So I was blocking you out then. That's a great point. So there would need to be biometric card readers at all the voting sites. Yes. So that makes a lot of sense.
And it has to be connected to someplace.
Yes,
the data has to be someplace.
And that definitely wasn't going to happen.
And this is why when it came out, we say, please, with all these so-called digital, we love these words, digital, state-of-the-art, innovative and whatever, and nothing we do from the 20th century is any of those things.
So everything is a scam.
Right. But you have an opportunity. See, what happens is we need people that understand what digitization is. Because the first stage is digitization, then it goes to digitalization, then it goes to datamation, and then it moves all the way up to the 5th stage of digital transformation. But unless you can show when a person today can do something digital, or we can do it, you have to ask them, please provide me the framework for 5 of these steps.
Okay. So, Alan, thank you for making me feel like a fool and for having faith.
I didn't do it.
Faith in all of you then. All of you. Making me have faith in these people.
Right. Let me say,
and Dwight, this is ridiculous.
Let me say this. Dwight, you are, 6 days or 5 days away from getting a digital government that understands the 21st century. Vote correctly. The torch.
Well, see, I can't be fooled anymore. Been fooled about 5 times now, so I hear you, but I'm not falling for it until everything's digitized.
Who voted in the advance poll, was there a reader there? For people
what?
I got to ask.
A what? You mean like someone reading while they waited for 5 hours?
No,
that's what you mean?
No, Dwight.
Come on now.
The digital card reader.
They would still be voting now if they had that there, Laverne. Come on. They didn't. You know that.
So basically, if you use the biometric card at this point, are we saying that they would just take it and look at it and read it?
Like with their eyes.
Just like with the voting.
Maybe they'll make some digital sounds like, okay, you're good to go.
Don't do that.
Like, ding, ding, ding. Okay, come on in. Like, wow. Wow.
Anyway.
So you might still need to bring your purple card and the passport with your biometric card.
I am really hoping that you get your card in time. So at least you can get an explanation. The readers are probably coming in today.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
They're going to need...
You watch.
They have to plug them in. That's something, the electricity and all this stuff, and then reboot if it doesn't...
My thing is, why did we have to I love this idea, and I have to keep saying that because I don't want, our listeners to get the impression that I'm against a biometric card. But why did we have to? I would prefer a complete rollout than a partial rollout. That makes sense?
Of course. Absolutely.
So why not just
And you know what
wait?
this means? They're going to probably have to redo the cards. This is probably some
Tell people
temporary
bring
nonsense.
Their card back?
Say it again? Yeah, probably.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then make an announcement for anyone who got their card between whatever and whatever dates. We need you to bring your card back. Anyways.
Wow.
I'm still standing by the hope that you misheard.
Oh boy. This is special. The place is never dull. That's one thing we can say about our lovely country. It's never, ever a dull moment. With every single little thing we do, it is always fascinating. Somebody says here, this is Biotrix. That's all.
Okay.
Your Biotrix card. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Right. This was
Crazy.
ding, 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 ding. Yes, you're approved to vote. Okay. Right. Wow. Dwight, small systems for one department can take 6 months to a year to roll out. When they announced this electronic voting a year ago, it was clear the goal was unrealistic. Unfortunately, persons pointing this out there were deemed anti-change. Yes, and we actually proclaimed many of you to be that way. So I apologize. I apologize to all of you. Again, these people are making me apologize to you all a lot for embarrassing and misleading. Anyway, I cannot believe the pronouncements I hear sometimes, like take my name, address, birth date, and voter ID and claim that it's public. And after the voter app, I have even more concerns for PRD having control of any of my data, much less eyeballs and fingerprints. Wow. Yeah, this person says, no, I didn't see any. But you need internet and laptops on site when you go to vote. I didn't see any when I went to vote last week. Wow. My goodness. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You should be encouraged. You should get your card before election so you can vote using that one. I got mine from last week. I forgot I had it already. We'll see. I'll go back and see. The line wasn't long there yesterday when I went. But we'll see. Please forgive me, but I have never, ever experienced what you are going through because I never, ever participated in this voting madness. No. Okay. Not reading this text. No way. I got my card. No one told me that no biometrics were embedded, but even if not, they have security features that makes it hard to forge. Okay. Yeah. Well, no one can rip off the picture and stick their picture on this plastic card. So that's one step forward into this century. Caller, what say you? Good morning. Oh, you're breaking up. Say it again. Sorry.
My supposed biometric card this week. And so, of course, I was curious to see what the security features were. That's my photo. Surprisingly, it wasn't the photo of my purple notice card. It was actually the photo from my passport.
No, that's not surprising. That's what they told us they would do.
Plastic window that if you hold it up to the light, you could actually see that same photo, the image reflected in that little window.
Right.
So I said, okay, good, that's nice. It's valid for 10 years. And then I turn over on the back. It has a barcode at the bottom, and then it has a little QR code that you can scan. I scanned my QR code, and I got a message.
What did it say?
QR code is supposed to be related to my voter number, my voter ID.
Mm-hmm.
So I can tell you what my QR code says. It's ridiculous. The number XYZ most commonly refers to the postal code for Karen, Germany. Okay.
That's not what it
Who's that
said.
related to?
What?
Related.
There's no way that's what it said.
roll out good, and I've done it right the first time. You know, there's an expression I always tell my kids: do it right the first time, and you don't have to come back and do it right any longer.
Wow. Okay, that's wild. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Somebody else says they scanned theirs, the QR code, and it was the voter ID number that everyone got to see with that app. You remember? That number showed up when they scanned it, which that's interesting. But yeah, no surprise that it's your passport photo, because remember, you had to bring in your passport when you went to verify for that. And so it is tied to the information on your passport. But valid only for 10 years. That means we have to do this again in 10 years? Interesting. All right, well, I guess some people, well, if the passport is 10, I guess maybe it's reasonable.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, Dwight. The
Sure.
passport is every 10
Yeah,
years. Why
yeah.
not?
Sure.
And that is, and for all intents and purposes, your passport is like your official, form of ID. So yeah, 10 years is fine.
Let's take another call. Good morning, caller. You're live on the air.
Hey, Dwight. How you doing?
Doing well. Really quick, John.
Dwight,
We got to go to the news soon.
As a nationalist, I want to push back on the conversation that Johnson, what's his name?
C. Allen?
C. Allen, yes. That C. Allen made. I personally, the company that delivered the system that the government of the Bahamas is using, that is just any Bahamian. Let's get out of the dark with this at some extent. Go online. The name of the company is called Canadian Note. Canadian Banknote is the company that is responsible for passports, the one that we have been so highly regarded for over the years, our currency, the Bahamian dollar, and many other security features and security-related documents that we have in this country. They have been the producers and secure company for those processes over the years, and a client of all governments. I know personally because Canadian Banknote is my client. When they're here on the island, I work with them every day.
So
And
can
I
you
know
find out for us whether the biometrics are indeed on the new voters cards?
The lady who called earlier, sometimes when you scan a QR code, if it's blurred or if it's smudged, you can get an error.
Yeah. All right, we got to go to the news. And Laverne, we're going to read this very interesting message after we get back. A whole lot more Morning Blend after the news. Stay with us.
Don't want make no fuss, but if you we know, but outside tell you we wanna us. Like Andrews grabbing dough, don't act like you don't know, you know. Man, you know. Oh, man, you know. How a him go? How they go, how they go, how they go. Oh, don't you know? Man, you know. Yes, man. How a him go? How they go, how they go, how they go. Let's go. So proud to be Bahamian. Yes, man, no rock like you ain't know. How a him go now? Watch this. See, I's a Bahamian. I love to compete. But when my side lose, I say they cheat. See, I's a Bahamian. And I like the Vince. I like the Lakers too, but only when they win. I's a Bahamian. Shopping is a thing. Go Miami for 2 days, come back talking with slang. See, I's a Bahamian. I come with a price. You say you want my vote, better treat me right. Them Africo Conky Joe, oh how I love them so they know. Man, you know. Yes, man. How Bahamian go. How they go, how they go, how they go. Yeah, they know. Man, you know. Man, how my people go. How they go, how they go, how they go. No. They know. They know cause I know that they know how my people go. Ah, yeah.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
Welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us at Morning Blend 969 or Facebook.com/Morning Blend 969. Text us 422-4796. Standard text rate supply. And now at 8:24, it is time for another check of your weather for today, brought to you by Kalina. Visit Kalina's new Southwest Plaza location today. Their walk-in Carmichael location is now in the Southwest Plaza, open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Kalina will see you soon at Southwest Plaza. So here's what's happening. We've got high pressure building across the area. That's going to be the dominant weather feature, allowing for mostly clear skies and pleasant weather today. A weak surface ridge will continue to lie across the islands, maintaining a light wind pattern and very warm and muggy conditions through tonight. So it's only going to get warmer from here. A heat dome presently migrating over the Gulf of Mexico will arrive and remain across the Bahamas come Friday. That, along with gentle breezes and high humidity, will result in sweltering, feel-like temperatures in the triple digits heading into early next week. Everyone's being advised to remain hydrated and limit outdoor activities and strenuous activities during the peak sunlight hours. Meanwhile, a late season, a very weak late season cold front may move into the area by Tuesday. That's Election Day, and that will bring some showers and possible thunderstorms. That will bring a bit of a reprieve from the heat for the northern and portions of the northwest Bahamas during Election Day. So you might need to bring your umbrellas as you go to vote. Elsewhere, seasonably higher temperatures will continue through to midweek next week. So ahead of that, we're dealing with the heat. The public's advised to wear protective clothing and limit outdoor activities, as UV indices are expected to be in the high to extreme range and heat indices reaching into the upper 90s into the triple digits. For today, most areas looking at mostly sunny conditions, turning fair at night. The southeast Bahamas looking at partly to mostly sunny conditions, turning fair tonight with a 10 to 20% chance of showers. Elsewhere, only about a 10% chance of showers today. High temperatures, though, hovering around 90 and 91 Fahrenheit, 32, 33 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight in the low to mid 70s, around 22 to 24 Celsius. In your extended outlook for tomorrow, Friday, mostly sunny, turning fair at night for most areas, about a 10 to 20% chance of showers. That's going to hold into Saturday. And Sunday, the northernmost islands looking at partly sunny conditions with a few cloudy periods, turning mostly fair at night. The rest of the country, mostly sunny, turning fair at night with a 10 to 30% chance of showers. Changes coming by Monday into Tuesday. As by Tuesday, we're expecting partly cloudy conditions with occasionally cloudy periods for the northern half of the country, with a 20 to 40% chance of showers with thunderstorms. The heat index expected to be in the triple digits from now straight through to Monday, Tuesday, although temperatures might come down a little bit with the rain on Tuesday into Wednesday. That's your Morning Blend Weather Check. Weather Check also brought to you by Sherwin-Williams. If you're looking to paint, your local Sherwin-Williams store has great ideas and helpful tips to help you save at Sherwin-Williams. And at 8:28, time for another check of traffic brought to you by NUA Insurance. So we've got a number of hot spots. The usual suspects. We've got Mile Butler Highway, heavy traffic for you from Fire Trail straight up to Tonic-Williams-Darling Highway. That's northbound. You'll see that all the way up to the roundabout. And Tonic-Williams-Darling Highway, heavy traffic for you in multiple spots. We've got westbound to the roundabout with Mile Butler Highway and eastbound to Bahamas Games Boulevard. North of that roundabout into New Providence Highway, you're going to be seeing issues as well, mainly northbound. And as you get closer to the six-legged roundabout, slow-moving traffic on the John F. Kennedy Drive side. That's eastbound. And north of that area, as you get to the roundabout with West Bay Street, very slow-moving traffic along West Bay Street eastbound near Saunders Beach and that roundabout with New Providence Highway. Also on West Bay Street, if you're east of Arawaki, you'll see that long line of traffic heading into downtown near Nassau Street. In the center of the island, Independence Drive, slow-moving traffic between the roundabouts at East Street and Blue Hill Road, especially on the eastbound side. And Blue Hill Road seeing issues near Carmichael and Soldier. But not looking so bad as you get closer to the roundabout with Independence Drive. That's an unusual situation, so something might be going on for you northbound on Blue Hill Road. Keep that unless there is police assisting with that situation, and that might explain the Independence Drive situation. All right, and we've got East Street looking busy for you as well, especially between Soldier and East-West Highway roundabout. Prince Charles Drive, the major intersection, some slow-moving traffic. Fox Hill northbound to the intersection with Prince Charles looking busy. And once you get west of Beatrice Avenue, very slow-moving traffic heading into Robinson, but Robinson looking manageable until you get closer to Old Trail and East-West Highway and Marathon Road. Those are your hot spots. That's your real-time traffic and your morning blend traffic alert. Brought to you by NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers. Whether you prefer face-to-face chat or handling things online, they've got you covered. Visit nuainsurance.com for an instant motor quote or stop by your nearest branch today.
Every day in a busy world, we have to do so much. Bank with CIBC and get that personal touch. Share your ambitions, let us help your dreams come true. At CIBC, you're at the heart of all we do. We're on your side, we're listening, we know the way you feel. CIBC, ambitions made real.
At Star General, you can go gold. Comprehensive car insurance covers loss or damage from accidents, fire, theft, and third-party liability. But the Gold package gives you increased coverage for rental car and windscreen, personal accident, medical benefits, deductible waiver, and 24-hour roadside assistance where available. Our Star General Gold package also gives you up to $2,500 for accidental damage to a rental car anywhere in the Bahamas. Go gold with Star General. Insurance made simple.
A paid political message by the Free National Movement's candidate for Fort Charlotte, Travis Robinson.
Fort Charlotte, stand up! Bahamas, wake up! All across this nation, time to see the truth clear now. Tell Brave and Sebas, all money ain't good money. FNM, we ready. Hey! Hey, hey. Brave say he love the poor man, but the poor man can't see no plan. Sebas get rich, now we run the land, while Bahamians catching hell again. Big mansion, big cars, big talk, but can't walk, the people walk. All that money and still can't rest. Power hungry, heart can't bless. All money ain't good money. Brave, you know, you sell his soul of the nation for a number show. Sebas County million FNM say no. Fort Charlotte rise, let the truth flow. All money ain't good money.
A paid political message by the Free National Movement's candidate for Fort Charlotte, Travis Robinson. Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Street, has those hard-to-find fasteners for you right now. You can find stainless steel regular hex, carriage bolts, galvanized bolts, threaded rods, nails, self-tap screws, sex bolts, anchor bolts, turnbuckles, masonry tools, hand tools, and weed whacker strings. Check out the rope selection and car body fasteners too. Special orders are welcome. It's your #1 fastener store. Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Streets. Call 326-1976.
If you're done with gas prices burning a hole through your wallet, stop paying the price and start driving the solution. A BYD EV from Easy Car Sales comes with an 80% drop in your fuel costs. So wave goodbye to gas lines and charge while you sleep. For 8 years, drivers like you have been breaking up with the pump and waking up to freedom. It's more than a car. It's a new way to be. It's a BYD from the one and only authorized dealer in the Bahamas. Visit easy242.com to learn more. In the world of business, technology is not a choice. It's a necessity. And for businesses that demand excellence, there's only one choice for unparalleled support and cutting-edge technology. Custom Computers. You have challenges and we have solutions. Computing, net storage and printing for enterprise, aligned with premium brands like HP, Microsoft, Konica Minolta, and more. Get tech done the right way with Custom Computers. Call the know-how team at 396-1101.
The FNM can't agree on anything except things started by the PLP. Now Michael Pintard is calling for a reset, but it's stop, review, and cancel again. Imagine, new airports, cancelled. School breakfast, cancelled. Upskill, cancelled. The National Youth Guard, cancelled. Energy reforms, cancelled. Their crew would roll back progress. The FNM, not strong enough to lead us forward, but petty enough to drag us back. Paid for by the PLP.
Here's the sure-winning art store moment from Shelley and Dee Dee.
We're the only full art store in the Bahamas. If we don't have it, we make a list, and trust me, our boss can get that. If you need that, he can get that. You can find sketchbooks, acrylics, the canvases in all sizes, stencils. We have the Angelus that they use on shoes and letters. We're the only persons in Nassau that carries the Montana spray. We have the Krylon sprays, watercolor and paints, the oil, chalk paints, the alcohol paint, metallic paints, the little Floetrol, and we have cleaning products for the artists, thinning products for the artists, and Crayola colors, and glitters, pencils, the Posca markers, and pastels, oil, and the acrylic pastels, dyes. Oh yeah, we also have airbrush paint. I didn't forget that part of the movie. Gift sets, hobby craft,
Oil shrimp,
clays.
stew shrimp, shrimp gumbo. But art supplies. We have a lot of them. Sherwin-Williams Art Store. Find colour in every day.
Wendy's has brand new chicken tenders, and they're everything you've been craving. Crispy, juicy, and seasoned just right. These tenders bring the flavor from the very first bite. Dip 'em, dunk 'em, love 'em. With sauces like sweet chili, scorching hot, ranch, honey barbecue, honey mustard, and Wendy's signature sauce. Grab them as a kid's meal. Enjoy them on their own, or make it a combo that hits the spot every time. For tenders you're gonna know by name, it's gotta be Wendy's.
The world is changing. It's bringing new challenges, but also new opportunities. The truth is, our economy always left too many Bahamians out. Now we're opening new doors in agriculture, tourism, energy, entrepreneurship, providing grants, scholarships, national service, and upskilling. A new generation is rising, and we're finally moving in the right direction, building an economy that includes everyone.
Paid for by the PLP.
No one likes a fender bender.
Oh, man.
From a little scratch to a full mashup, NUA Insurance has got you covered with auto insurance tailored to fit your needs and budget. For affordable rates with free on-site accident assistance, visit us online or in branch and just ask us. NUA Insurance. Ask us because we've got you covered.
This election night, trust the team you trust every single day. On May 12th, your Guardian radio host will be live from 6 p.m. until the election is called, with verified results, breaking developments, and reporting from the entire Guardian News Network, the teams from Guardian Digital and the Nassau Guardian, every day and every election day. Stay with the Guardian News Network on Guardian Radio 96.9 and Star 106 FM.
We'll vote to you. If you can pull the country through, you're the man.
You've been talking to the people, trying to get them to go your way, telling us not to worry. You said we won't be led astray, so blind. Signifying your opponents, some of them always lie. stay. Busing is an issue. Come on, let me hear your plan, mister. Cause if you not plan, if you got a master plan, I got to vote for you. I got to vote for you. You're the man. You're the man.
We're back with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan along with Laverne Gardner on this Thursday morning. If you come with a plan, I got to vote for you. That's what Marvin Gaye is saying there. Did anybody come with the right plan? That's the question. All right, so politics, a lot was said, a lot was promised yesterday, Laverne, and we're going to break it all down today. Before we do, though, you got this message. Do you want to read this or you want me to read it? This is very interesting. As we were talking about the biometric cards and what's going on with the cards and what's not going on with the cards.
You could read it.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I'll edit a bit of it.
Yeah.
All right, so you got this message. A friend was told that her card was ready, but she needs to do some prints and biometric requirements. Huh? She's ready to comply. She was told her card was ready. She said, but what about the biometrics? And they told her, you don't need that. And they just gave her the card.
Yep.
So this is verifying what I overheard and when I eavesdropped on while I was collecting my non-card, right?
This helps to support what you think you heard.
There's the biometrics aren't exactly, apparently, on these cards. And only some are ready at this point.
And that's not to say that they won't be.
But they won't be for this election.
If they won't be for this election cycle.
And now it gives credence to the people who were arguing with us for months, saying this is a rushed process. Why are we rushing this? This doesn't make sense. And we fought them.
Right.
We fought them. We called them backwards and all kinds of horrible names. But it's really upsetting. It's really upsetting. And though they say I can come back. Come back. It might be ready by Saturday.
Come back Saturday.
But it's not a biometric card.
There Saturday, and if you go there, well, you'll find out Saturday. You'll find out on Saturday exactly what it is. When you get your card, be sure to say, so now how's this going to work? So they'll just be able to scan it. All the information will come up.
Right. When I go to vote.
Mm-hmm. Just ask them. So when I go to vote, they have like the reader. They'll just scan it.
They'll say when you say scan, sir, what do you mean?
And then when you go to vote, so when you vote on Tuesday, by Wednesday, I know we'll be talking about the results, but at least you'll be able to say there was a reader there. They absolutely scanned it with the reader, just not scan it just alone with their natural eye.
Yeah, sure.
So thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing this for us, Dwight.
Oh, okay.
So you could just let us know however.
Sure. This texter, now see, I don't know what to make of this. Good morning, sir, and to your co-host. If I were working at PRD, I would have rushed to work this morning to print your card and deliver it to you on air.
Mm-hmm.
So you mean if you were working at PRD, as in if you had a job there, you would, but that's okay. So, and that would do what? Because would it have the biometrics in it, or would it just so I could have the card to shut up? Oh.
Yeah, just so you could have the card to shut up and be like, I have my card. I have my card in hand.
Okay.
Because see, you keep raising the stakes. Because first you just wanted to have your card for election. Now It sounds like you want to have your card for election and you want it to be biometric.
Well, that's what they said it was going to be. Don't tell me it's going to be this if it's not.
They? You have this documented? Come on, man. These things take time.
I wouldn't have needed to bring in my passport.
You want the card or you don't want the guy?
Why did I bring in my passport? You could just use the old purple foolishness and
the lady told you.
So I could have the passport photo?
Yeah.
Because their cameras are better.
Here's the thing. It's not like it's not going to happen, ever. It's just that it's not going to happen. It may not happen right now.
Oh, so you know how this goes,
don't know
Laverne.
for sure.
You know what this means.
We will know when you pick up your car. You have to report Saturday, Dwight.
5 years from now, 5 years from now, we'll be having this conversation. These cards still don't have the biometrics. Oh, yeah.
No, we won't.
Okay. Well, okay.
Listen, if they don't have the biometrics on it digitally for this election, a couple of months from now, there'll be a notification that says, if you picked up your biometric card between this time and this time, you to bring those cards back in so that they can be whatever.
These are human months, or what type of months we mean? Like months on...
These are human months.
Months on Jupiter? What do you mean?
No, these are human months. So what I need you to do is because I know you're going to go again, when you go Saturday, you need to do a live, and we need to be with you.
Oh, dear.
So that we can see everything that's happening, and then you can ask the question, is this whatever, and have them explain it to you so you know 100% what's going to happen come Tuesday.
Okay. All right. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. Thank you. I don't want to dwell on this much longer. We got a lot to talk about, especially since we have time now that we were stood up. Temporarily stood up. Temporarily, potentially stood up until maybe, possibly tomorrow. But let's take these calls quickly, and then we've got to get on to the other items in the news. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Just let me say that John is correct in his statement, but nobody is questioning the integrity or competence of the CBN, right? No more than we would question VTech systems or Data Talk. These are the people who do the revenue systems and ID systems, the NIB and everything. That's their companies, things they're not done. But right, just for people to understand what the biometric, forget the politics. Just let's talk with the core principle of what the biometric is. Okay, this is why people like me ask for the policy, technology, legal, operational, and governance model to be published when you do these things. The core policy principle of the biometrics is that it's a verification credential, not a voting qualification tool. And what happens is that you're supposed to have the embedded, not directly into the devices, but access to digitized fingers, machine-readable facial images, digital signatures. But there's also something called an e-poll book, which is a secure electronic device containing the voter's registration and counterfoil corresponding to the voter's card is supposed to be at every site. And so it isn't, so yes, you are issuing a card, right? But that's not it. There is an infrastructure that actually goes to this. Understand this. We were implementing what is called electoral integrity infrastructure, not merely an ID card project. So what you have now is an ID card project, but John could check with those people and ask them, has an electoral integrity infrastructure been established, or ask the government to publish the policy, technology, legal, operational, and governance model for something so important as this. And so I'm saying this is, I could go through 15 things if you wake me up in the middle of the night and ask me while I'm still asleep or what's supposed to be done with this, such as the legal foundation, the institutional governance, the voter data architecture, biometrics.
Don't go through the 15 now. No. But we understand.
I'm saying
we hear you.
This is not something I just talk about.
Yes.
I lived this for 48 years.
Okay. See, Alan, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let's take this call quickly. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Dwight, and good morning to Laverne.
Hi.
Hope you're doing well.
Yes.
Good morning.
You know, the Bible says that you have not because you ask not, right? Why don't you call Mrs. Thompson and ask Mrs. Thompson if you would be able to use your biometric card? Or ask him to issue a statement as to whether whether the biometric cards will be accepted on the date of voting. Because
those aren't the right questions at all. Those are not the right questions.
So whatever the right questions are, ask him. He's the one who is orchestrating this, so he's the one who can know the answers. We can only speculate, right? Right.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Yeah. Well, the cards are being issued. Some may not get their cards. and have been told they can use the purple thing or their passports. And, that is annoying and silly. We didn't have to be here. This could have happened when everything was ready. But that's one issue. But what we're hearing is that there are no biometrics on this card because they're not ready for that yet. And C. Allen and others are saying that, and even if there were, they don't have any of the readers to verify, like how you have to run your passport through at the airport, something that reads it and pulls up all the information for whoever's looking at it, customs or immigration looking at it. There won't be that at all of these voting sites, these polling divisions. They don't have it. So that is how this works, it appears, which means what was the point? What was the point of it all? But it is a good idea. It's a great idea, and it's good to have that information. And we want to cut down on fraud and foolishness. But this is not what's going to be in place at this point, unfortunately. Okay, we got to move on. A whole lot happening at the rallies. Things are being said, and we're going to get to that in a bit. But also this headline from Guardian Business. FRC predicts government will likely miss the $75 million fiscal surplus. What? This is the least shocking information we've heard in
No man, Dwight.
time.
Are you serious?
Boy. We need to play that clip that they play. Are you serious? That they play at the rallies, right? We need to go, are you serious?
Dwight, that can't be. Guardian, is this factual?
This is unbelievable.
No way.
So our very own Chester Robards writing that the Fiscal Responsibility Council contended in its recently released mid-year budget report 2026 that the government is unlikely to achieve its budget surplus of $75 million given the effects of the Iran conflict. Okay. In the Middle East. Well, I think they could have just had a blank space, insert potential reasons here for anything, right? It would have been, climate change. It rained a lot in February, whatever. But it happened to be Iran conflict in the Middle East. Costs associated with public-private partnerships. What? That lack important data within the mid-year budget. Oh, boy. And doubts surrounding the government's ability to collect $130 million expected from domestic minimum top-up tax. The FRC is saying, quote, overall fiscal performance for the first half of fiscal year 2025-26 reflected underperformance in revenue, contributing to fiscal and primary deficits. Likely lower than projected DMTT, that's a domestic minimum top-up tax collections, and losses associated with the fourth quarter elimination of VAT on unprepared food. See, we knew that one was going to come back to be the excuse, right? We knew that. Of
course.
People said that months ago. And here we go. And it was always questionable to predict a surplus so far ahead, right? Or behind, I guess, anyway, when so many things can happen. Like, wait, how can you say this? So, almost a year out. But anyway. So all of those are expected to temper the second half revenue performance. Much stronger fiscal effort will be required over the second half of the year if budgeted targets are to be met. The FRC explains in its report that in order for the government to meet its fiscal surplus of $75.5 million and primary surplus of $743.5 million, given the revenue performance in the first half of the fiscal year, the government will need to run fiscal and primary surpluses of $417.9 million and $746.6 million, respectively, over the remaining 6 months of the fiscal year. Well, that's highly unlikely. And it's the government that was paying the consultants, especially the American ones, to help to firm up the relationship with the U.S.? Is that coming out of the government money? Yeah, and not the PLP. So, hey, just forget that. Right? Forget that. Okay, well, interesting. But when people were saying this last year, we were accused of being negative and biased. 96.9% biased.
Percent of the time. Yeah.
But okay. But I mean, hey, it's still only May. We've got a couple more months. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. So we'll see. We'll see. Just don't count them out yet. Yeah. Okay. Big announcements being made on the rally stages on all sides. Prime Minister Davis in Inagua. This was a whirlwind. Quite a tour of MyCal yesterday. Our Travis Cartwright Carroll writing about it. So acknowledging that no government is perfect and neither is he, Prime Minister Philip Davis last night asked voters in MyCal to support the PLP on May 12th, not because the party deserves it, but because, quote, we have tried to earn it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We've tried to earn it.
What? Not because we deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's saying that they don't deserve it.
No. We've tried to earn it.
Yeah, not because we deserve it, but because we've tried to earn it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just think about your husband or wife telling you, hey, I've tried to be faithful. So trust me. Not because I deserve it, but I've tried.
Oh, Lord.
I've tried. That could work. At least you're trying. Davis, who visited Mayaguana, Crooked Island, and Acklands yesterday and ended the day at a rally on Inagua, also announced that the jobs of Morton Bahamas employees are protected. This is big. So last month, we reported on this. Morton Bahamas announced cost-cutting measures, including a reduction in jobs and the social benefits provided to employees. Very sad situation. So the Prime Minister last night saying, quote, I came with news for the people of Matthewtown. For every salt worker who has spent their life in those ponds, you know what this past year has been. 7 months without production. Wow. Your workers told 75% of them could lose their jobs in 45 days or keep their jobs at 20 hours a week. Either way, Bahamian families are facing the worst. The Trade Union Congress came to my office. I told them this government was not going to stand by and leave the workers of Inagua in the cold. So we engaged Morton. We engaged the new owners. We brought every party to the table. And tonight, here is the announcement. The government has reached agreement with the new owners and with Morton. The outstanding issues are resolved. The workers are protected. The local economy is protected. The lifeblood of this island is protected. And the new agreement brings $200 million of investment to Great Inagua. It will double the workforce. It will build a salt center of excellence to train your young Bahamians right here at home. It will help rebuild the island school. It will back a third weekly flight to Inagua. That is what a government on your side actually does. We act. We deliver. Wow, this is an 11th hour.
Yeah, boy.
Hail Mary, I guess. Right. Okay. Well, that's some big stuff there.
That's like a Robert Ory shot. 1 second left.
I need a more timely reference there, Laverne.
For
some of the younger listeners.
No.
No? Okay.
No, we don't need a younger one.
You sure?
Just say Robert Ory. Yeah.
Not even. No, you don't need it. No, producer agrees.
Dwight, I said what I said.
You can't even.
I said what I said.
I'm sure. Seth Curry and the buzzer beater. No, you okay?
No,
sorry. Okay,
Ory.
I'm sorry. Fine, we'll go.
You
with
know
that.
who Robert?
I
Ory
know
is?
who he is. I mean, I don't know the other people.
And you know what Robert Ory was the man that you did not need in the game. He could stay home and you'd be like, look, Robert Ory, we got 3 seconds left in this game. We need you to not even shower. We need you to squash off and come down. Don't do anything.
Wow,
just stand right there in the corner.
So you think he was a part of the negotiating team? Anyway, Davis did not provide any further details of the agreement, and I don't think we've seen anything in writing. And when was this meeting?
Boy, I don't know. This meeting took place somewhere between the signing in Grand Bahama and I don't know.
And nobody else issued a statement? The new owners, nor Morton, nobody. Okay, well that's good. Well, whatever. Again, you gotta. You've got to
You worrying about Dwight? You worrying about who issuing the statement,
Yes.
or
Yes, I
you
am.
are you celebrating the fact that jobs are secure?
Both.
This is
Both.
why people have to call and or text and say that we are 96.9% biased.
Yes, that's right.
You're focused on the wrong thing.
We've been here before. We've been here
Don't bring
before.
that part up. Don't
Hmm?
bring that up.
No.
No.
But it is beautiful. If this can happen, this is amazing. So the Prime Minister said the PLP has done much for the country over the past 4.5 years. He said crime has fallen. The minimum wage was increased twice. Was it twice?
I don't think so. But
Twice in the last
I thought
4.5
it was
years.
once.
I mean,
okay.
I mean, they did it as the PLP did it twice, but okay,
But not in the
last
same
4.5
cycle.
years. Right.
Right.
What are you talking about here? Anyway, social agreements were signed, and the government reduced value-added tax on uncooked food in the supermarket. He said, quote, "This is the case I bring before you tonight. Yet the case I make tonight is not only about what we have done, it is about what we have started and what we are now asking you to let us finish. Because the truth is this, a first term steadies a country, a second term transforms it." Oh my. Oh, that's good to know.
Okay.
Good to know. "And the transformation we are asking you to choose is real, and it is specific, and it has your name on it." Oh. He said during a second term, the PLP would prioritize energy infrastructure upgrades or infrastructure upgrades for MyCal, introduce broadband internet on every island by 2031. Oh, we don't have that yet?
Apparently not.
Oh, really? And introduce telemedicine in every major family island. He says the F&M has no plan for MyCal. He said, quote, "They've brought a dried up slogan." What was it? Out in the sun too long? What did they do? They have not brought...
Why are you going to read this? How are you going to... with all this commentary?
How does that happen? "They have not brought substance. They have brought chaos and confusion. They have not brought a record. MyCal, I will close..." What? "I will close with this." Okay. "I do not ask for your vote tonight because I am owed it. I do not ask for your vote because I expect it. I ask for your vote because I believe we have tried every day for 5 years to earn it. Where we have fallen short, I take responsibility. No government is perfect. No leader is perfect. I am not perfect. But I tell you tonight, with my hand on my heart, that we have given this country everything we have. And I'm asking you, simply and humbly, for the chance to give it 5 years more, to finish the airports we started, to finish the energy reform we started, to finish the housing we started, to finish the healthcare expansion we started, to finish the work of bringing this country back. In 6 more days, the matter rests in your hands. I've made my case." Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Right. After reading that, you don't feel energized to just go out and vote right now?
Go put on my blue and gold. And right, mic drop. Well, again, that's some big news for Inagua. What say you folks before we have to go to the news? Let's get your reaction to that. Again, we're not hearing this from any of the other parties. And maybe they said, we'll let the Prime Minister announce it. And that's possible. But
what do you mean we're not hearing this from the other part? Oh, you mean in
Morton and the new owners.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
They were quick to tell you that they're prepared to fire everybody and shut down the thing, right? They said that, but they're not saying, "Oh, we've reached agreement with the government and we're very happy." Maybe we'll get it today. Maybe
they'll put out a release. Maybe the Prime Minister wanted to be able to to let the people in Inagua know first, and then we'll get like a public statement from Morton's or the new owners today. Something like that.
Especially with only 5 days before D-Day. Please let me have this, and then you all can issue the statement today. Perhaps that's what's going to happen there. Let's take these calls quickly, and then we've got a break for the news. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Dwight.
Hi, good morning.
And good morning, Laverne. Yeah.
Good morning.
Yes, Dwight, Laverne, that remember one time when they had one announcement inside Freeport, and they called you and tell you if elephants could fly, right? That deal would have gone through, right? Remember that, Dwight?
Yes.
Right. Here is this statement what the Prime Minister just uttered out to those people. If I were them, I would have done my research, because what ever came out of this Prime Minister most that really came the pathway to the Bahamian people. I mean, there's no track record.
I'm sure. No, that's not true.
Dwight. Especially when it comes to the workers in this country. Yeah, he did some things and he did some good things, but the things that we was complaining when he was in the opposition, we still complaining about them things now.
Well, he says he needs 5 more years. It takes time.
Yeah, but Dwight, you have to start the way. See, Dwight, you can't ever expect to finish a house if you never start the house, Dwight. These guys, if the statement sound just like 3-4 elections ago, we just need more time.
Yeah, but that's you saying that. They're saying that they've been working with the architects and the planners and sorting out all the stuff.
Yeah, but they wait for us, Dwight. I supposed to see what they do, and they just telling us. They keep telling us, but people on the ground can't see it, Dwight.
I hear
that
you.
can be the problem for the progressive party movement. Yeah, they have nice talk, eloquent, right? But those things are not being seen or felt or experienced. No, especially on the Family Islands. I mean, they are. I sure you've been with them. They are ridiculous, man. The Family Island went back 50 years, 25 years ago, and they ain't never moved forward.
I hear you.
You got to fix this right. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Wow. One more call, and we'll read some messages, and then we'll go to the news. Caller, good morning. You're live on the air.
Laverne.
She can hear you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When is your next billing cycle for your electricity?
My next billing cycle will be around the 15th, 16th of this month.
Because
that's normally when
the
it
Prime
comes
Minister
out.
promised you a 30% reduction in your.
No, the Prime Minister did not promise a 30% reduction. I
What he
actually
said?
made a post about that. The Minister, Joe Colby, gave 2 scenarios and said in those 2 instances, the savings would have been X amount. The Prime Minister then turned around and he said that this acquisition will result in lower bills and could result in 37% reduction. Could. There's no guarantee.
Within the next billing cycle. Right.
So what he did say is that there was going to be a lowering of the bill, but he did not say that it's going to be 30%. It could be. It could be 37. It could be 35.
It could be up to 40%. But I want to ask.
Right.
Yeah, I want to. But so has this? Was that a signing? Has this deal been concluded?
I don't know if it's been concluded, but they had I guess it's kind of like that ceremonial, this is what we're going to do.
So how could you miss that?
We've agreed to the selling price. We've agreed on the selling price. We've agreed on whatever details we need to agree on, and now we're signing off. Has the money exchange, has the 280 gone to Amera? I don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
I don't know
call me and let me know what your bill and tell me what your bill is.
Vern will keep us
I
posted.
get my bill, I will keep you posted.
Yeah. See if you get a reduction.
Yes, absolutely, because we need to bear certain things in mind. That's why I made a post to say, listen, pay attention, could result. There's no guarantee. I don't want us in Grand Bahama walking around thinking that we're going to automatically get a 30% reduction. But we just have to remember this is what progress looks like, and that change is incoming, change is here, and that we work for you, not the few.
You got all of them in. Wow. Okay. Oh, boy. This texture says here, this promise to the workers of Morton's in Agua sounds like buying the Grand Lucayan Hotel in Grand Bahama and giving taxpayer money to take care of the workers. All right. What's the problem? David sounds like Minnis. He will take care of the poor in his second term. Interesting. Broadband and telemedicine are the plans for MyCal, yet they are the only people with a plan. Loose, the donkey, and Timey in Agua reference. Okay.
Oh,
I
Lord.
don't know if I understand.
The people in Anagua know. You don't have to.
Okay.
They
okay.
understand.
Good.
Right.
Well.
Stay focused.
You know, the Salty Center for the Kids sounds pretty good. Sorry, that's what they called it.
No, that's not what it's called, Dwight.
Salty Center of Excellence.
Okay.
To train young
Not the
girls.
Salty Center. That sounds like you.
That sounds like Guardian
salty.
Radio. Guardian Radio is Salty Center.
Sounds salty.
Right.
Yeah.
I just scanned the QR code on my voter card, and it's generator as a toaster and a 1930 Chevy and a. Let's go to the news. This is Morning Blend. We'll be back. Stay with us.
Let me reach out to someone who has a biometric card. Let me see what they
Make Mother's Day unforgettable with Kelly's House and Home's Mother's Day sale starting Friday, May 1st through Saturday, May 9th. Save 20% on a lovely selection of dinnerware, glassware, luggage, silk flowers, and picture frames, except on net items. We have beautiful gifts that let Mom know just how much she's appreciated. Shop early and enjoy 20% off at Kelly's House and Home during our Mother's Day sale May 1st through 9th. Happy Mother's Day with love from Kelly's House and Home.
The FNM can't agree on anything except attacking everything started by the PLP. Now Michael Pintard is calling for a reset, but it's stop, review, and cancel again. Imagine new airports canceled, school breakfast canceled, upskill canceled, the National Youth Guard canceled, energy reforms canceled. Their crew would roll back progress. The FNM, not strong enough to lead us forward, but petty enough to drag us back. Paid for by the PLP.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
Wake up, it's a new day.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning and welcome to a special edition of Morning Blend Business on this Thursday, May 7th, 2026. Welcome back to our Morning Blend listeners. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan along with Laverne Gardner, and we are talking about the lead up to the general election on Tuesday. A lot of interesting developments coming out of rallies held last night, and we're discussing it all. So we just talked about Prime Minister Davis and what he had to say about Morton Salt, a big announcement about expansion that's coming and jobs being protected after just last month, Morton and the new owners announced that a number of jobs might be in jeopardy because of the challenges they've been having at the Inagua plant and facility for the last many months, 7 months of no production. And so the Prime Minister making a big announcement. Some $200 million will be invested in Great Inagua, and many changes coming from Mike Howell. The Prime Minister is saying we need more time so we can make these things happen. A lot of the text messages from folks saying this is too little, too late. But it does sound very promising. More promises made, Laverne, at some other rallies overnight. And we're going to get to what former Prime Minister Hubert Ingraham had to say about Fort Charlotte and that race in just a moment. All right, so this is in the Tribune today. PLP candidate Savannah's Petty says the government plans to distribute more than 300 Crown land grants in North Eleuthera, making the pledge at a campaign rally Tuesday night. This was a couple nights ago, amid scrutiny over how Crown land is being handled during the election season. 300 Crown land grants. Petty, the PLP candidate for North Eleuthera, he's the incumbent as well, making the announcement as he promoted what he described as infrastructure and development gains under the Davis administration across North Eleuthera, including Harbor Island, Current Island, Spanish Wells, and Russell Island. Petty said, quote, "We are granting over 300 Crown land grants in North Eleuthera. The Prime Minister promised me that he would be back in 5 days to deliver the Crown land."
Okay.
So we need elections every year in this country then?
Correct.
Okay.
This is what I'm thinking.
We need, or maybe we could stagger it, elections and the visit by a British monarch or somebody adjacent to the royal family. And every other year. One year the British royalty, and then the next year general elections.
No, let's just have general elections every year.
You might be onto something. Might be onto something there. The pledge drew cheers and the sound of horns from PLP supporters as Petty cast the initiative as part of a broader push to expand opportunity for residents and encourage Bahamians to remain in or return to family island communities. The remarks coming after the Tribune reported that PLP candidate for East Grand Bahama, Dr. Monique Pratt, faced criticism after telling supporters at a rally that she had Crown land deeds in her possession and had been instructed by the Prime Minister to release them to residents. Those comments prompted the...
So at least Sylvanus is a member of Parliament. So, you know.
Is this better or worse?
I guess better.
Oh, okay. All right. The comments from Pratt prompted the F&M to question transparency, political patronage, and whether Crown land allocations were being handled through campaign platforms rather than official government channels. Petty linked the planned grants in North Eleuthera to wider development plans for Current Island and other northern settlements, saying, quote, "We got to make sure Current Island be very, 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 very popular, very populated because they deserve it." That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 varies. Well, actually 6.
There you go. Do they want to be very, 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 very populated?
Well,
is that what they want?
I don't know, but we got to make sure Current Island be very, 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 very popular, very populated because they deserve it.
Don't read it again.
You got to understand it. No? You sure?
I get it.
I think I'm going to do it one more time.
I got it.
Later.
No.
Later.
Don't. Yeah. Okay.
Can I say very anymore?
I'm now banning that word.
The headline is so weird because it's Petty promises 300 Crown land deeds. I'm like, wait, petty promises or petty promises? It's so confusing, but it's both, perhaps. The Crown Land Pledge formed part of a wider speech in which Petty defended his record over 4 years as the constituency's representative and outlined projects he said were completed during the PLP's term in office. He said, quote, "I did not do it for fame nor for favor. I did it to advance the communities and the people of North Eleuthera." He also said the government improved power generation capacity in Harbor Island, expanded water storage by more than 7.5 million gallons, and secured permanent and pensionable jobs for constituents. Well, oh boy, okay. I guess, sure.
Well, didn't at one point, I'm sorry, didn't at one point, wasn't he the minister, the member of parliament at one point who said that he wasn't going to run anymore? He was going to take a break, and then when he come back, he was going
to push for prime minister.
Prime minister, right?
It could
It
be.
was him, right?
I believe it was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe with the Crown Land grants, this is part of his plan to facilitate that push. I don't know. He also cited roadworks, a new dock in Harbor Island, and water-related projects in Spanish Wells and Russell Island. As the election campaign intensifies, Petty urged supporters to keep backing the governing party, saying, quote, "This is no time to turn back. We moving forward."
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Very, 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 very,
So we
very
have
forward.
job security
Mm-hmm.
in Inagua.
Yes.
We have Crown Land in Eleuthera
And Grand Bahama.
and Grand Bahama.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We rocking and rolling.
Broadband
Oh, yes. Broadband
and telemedicine.
and telemedicine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. 300 Crown Land leases. Yeah. Let's get your reaction to that, folks. What do you make of that before we get to former Prime Minister Ingram? Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. You're live on the air.
A pleasant good morning, Mr. Strachan.
Hi, good morning.
And Laverne, this is Gene Vincent here, a.k.a. Sparky. Now,
good morning.
What is troubling to me, Dwight, I live in Garden Hills in an area they call Pride Estate Number 1. I've been taking time out to drive around Garden Hills, and ask a lot of the young voters, people over 18, if they're registered, if they're voting. And Dwight, what is so alarming to me, I don't have the figures, but the majority of the young people I spoke to, they say they ain't even voting. A lot are not even registered.
Yeah.
Because they say they ain't seen nothing changing between the SNM and the PLP. That's alarming to me. I turned 75 on May the 4th, last Monday.
Happy belated.
And I've been voting since I was 21 years old in the Valley area, Madera Street, East Avenue, Centerville, since I was 21. I voted in every election since 21 years old to 75, coming up on May the 12th. Other than that, before the last election, Mr. Pintard, Michael C. Pintard, heard me for many years begging for Crown Land to do a farm. I named it Onwego Farm, O-N-W-E-G-O. People say that's Spanish. I say, no, 3 words put together, Onwego Farms. I started the farm because Michael Pintard gave me 2 acres. The person to the east of my property got 2 acres, and all the farmers around, each one of us got 2 acres. That was during the FNM time, just before the last election. Michael Pintard was the Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries. A few months ago, I got a call from a neighboring farmer. Say, Sparky, what happened? What you doing down here with this tractor? I said, what tractor? He said, there's a tractor down here rooting up all the trees that you and Mr. Lewis and Mr. Roll and all the farm. There's a tractor ripping down all the mango trees, banana trees, coconut trees, avocado trees. I said, what? Plus I have a 40-foot container on the land. I went to Agriculture and Fisheries. I said, what's happening there? They said, we were instructed to give 20 acres of land to some general. I said, who instructed you? They said they cannot say the name of the person. So I went to the Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Mr. Jobo Campbell. He said, Sparky, don't blame me. I was instructed to give it away to this other fella because he wanted 20 more acres of land, and he got about 60 acres to himself right now. He's building buildings on the government land. My document in my hand says government land, you're not supposed to build or dig any foundation on government land, no permanent structure. This man got 2-story buildings. He got cows with fencing, pigs, sheep, and everything on his land what he got above from us. I'm trying to find out why would they take the land back from the farmers. I planted avocados, bananas, mangoes, cane, peas, pumpkin, watermelon,
So let
and
me
they
ask
were
you
growing, and everything is gone now. Plus, I dug a well for irrigation.
So is there any legal recourse? Can you do anything? Have you talked to a
I
lawyer?
am still checking it. I have my document in my hand. It's right on my dashboard. I'm taking it to my attorney because he said bring it to him.
Yeah,
And I asked the other farmers around them, what are they doing? They say they are doing the same thing because all of our land's been taken back by the present government, who I voted for. I've been voting for PLP since I was 21 years old. I voted for Mario Boleg in Garden Hills. I motorcaded. I put up posters. We went around giving out T-shirts. And I have only seen him twice in the state. Rick Fox has been around here. In fact, Rick Fox just did a grill and grill and chill yesterday from 3 to 6 before they went to the other day. The other Saturday after Good Friday, my neighbor behind me, Miss Mins, her and her husband they are grown PLP. The bus that Ray Davis faced all over his bus. She did a thing for the children on the Saturday after Good Friday, and she did the thing giving out Easter baskets and so forth. She and her husband invited Mario Boleg and the COI lady and Rick Fox. None of them came. Rick Fox showed up around here with 10 bicycles, giving it out to the children during that event. He was invited. None of the other candidates showed up, even to the event. And Rick Fox spent the whole day just playing with the children and taking pictures.
Okay.
I want to know what's happening.
Yeah.
And as a PLP, I am confused to even go out to vote like these young people are saying, because I voted PLP all my life. Everybody calls me. Even Rick Fox says, Sparky, I heard that you are a born PLP. I say, Chief, I will check. He came around here. He called me on the phone one night. Me and a friend was on my porch. He said, you know what this is? I say, no. This is Rick Fox. I say,
It's
hey.
getting kind of like a commercial now.
He pulled up here with 10 cars.
Okay, but keep us posted, Sparky. This is very serious. And talk to the lawyer, and we hope this gets sorted out. That doesn't sound right at all. It's terrible. Wow. Laverne, what do you make of that? Boy. Oh man, let's take another call, and then we'll get to the other stories.
That's awful, though.
That's pretty
If
bad.
that is what has happened, that's awful and so disheartening, because you can tell when Sparky calls, he's always talking about what he is doing in his community, whether it's cleaning up the park and now, to put the fruit trees there, and that's really the stuff that we need to have growing in this country. And yeah, wow.
Yikes. Okay, Eleuthera people, beware. Hope you listen to that. Caller, good morning. You're on the air. Hi, good morning. Are you there? No. Okay. All right. So let's move on. So a couple of other big rallies overnight. This time the F&M. F&M had a big rally at the Sports Center, and they brought out. They like to do this at right before the election. They'll bring out former Prime Minister Hubert Ingraham. Hubert Ingraham had a lot to say. He said he was distressed over passport fraud cases. He said he was distressed by the number of foreigners being found with fraudulent Bahamian passports and other government-issued documents, and expressed concern that these cases could cause Bahamians to undergo increased surveillance and scrutiny when traveling abroad. Ingram said such fraud could only take place with the collusion of Bahamians, adding that those found culpable should be punished.
Agreed.
He said, quote, I am also distressed by the numbers of foreigners found in possession of fraudulent Bahamian passports and other Bahamian-issued documents. I am aware and concerned that if word spreads around the world that Bahamian passports may not be as safe as we believe that they've been, enhanced surveillance, scrutiny, and shadowing of our documents may result when any of us goes abroad, causing delays, embarrassments, and possibly worse. I was troubled to learn that some of those people with fraudulent documents are here on work permits. I got a work permit and a Bahamian passport. I got a spousal permit and a Bahamian passport. This could only be happening by the collusion of some officials and others. Such abuse cannot be excused or tolerated, and where the evidence exists, such persons ought to be punished and the practice ought to stop. I've been very disturbed that the governing party has yet to show any outrage over this. It's outrageous. It angers me that foreigners could be waiving their Bahamian passport. Well, last month, National Security Minister Wayne Monroe said the Davis administration is committed to identifying and prosecuting people found in possession of fraudulent documents. His comments came after a parliamentary registration department and a 33-year-old woman were didn't get the fraudulent voter's card. Remember that? The card was discovered at the National Insurance Board when the woman tried to acquire an NIB Smart Card. Monroe said the Davis administration is committed to enacting legislation to increase the penalties for people found document fraud. In late March, Chief Passport Officer Nicholas Simonet said the number of cases of suspected passport fraud under investigation was increasing by the day. However, he assured that officials are working to root out any issues they find. Earlier this year, F&M leader Michael Pintard tabled a document in the House with a list of more than 70 people under investigation for having obtained passports fraudulently. Pintard raised concerns that some of those people's names were also on the voters' register. Wow. That wasn't the only thing former Prime Minister Ingram said. He is urging Fort Charlotte residents and voters to do the right thing on May 12th. And that right thing, according to Ingram, is to stop Sebastian and his quest to become prime minister. This is some very interesting stuff. Take a listen to what former Prime Minister Ingram had to say last night. As we get the clip ready
You
for
have
you.
no control over it because only the members of the House will have to elect him. And he got the money and the means. And you got plenty of people who are dead hungry for money. So stop him in Fort Charlotte. Do to him what we did to Frankie Wilson in 97. Elect Travis, he's 31. Send Sabas back to number business. You have no.
Okay, former Prime Minister Ingram there. So he was speaking about this. He said that, he acknowledged that Prime Minister Davis is his friend and former law partner. But he said even though he's his friend, he does not vote for him. He said, quote, "We are on different teams, so we never vote for each other. We parted political company 39 years ago. Despite that, I had no intention of speaking against his candidacy for a second consecutive term. And while I would not have voted for him, I didn't intend to speak. But when I look around and see what a second term would mean, Sabas being placed on a rung of the ladder on a potential pathway to become Prime Minister of the Bahamas, if you want to make sure Sabas can't become your Prime Minister, stop him in Fort Charlotte. If you don't stop him in Fort Charlotte, you have no control over it because only the members of the House, is what you heard in the clip, only the members of the House will have to elect him. He has the money and the means, and you have plenty of people out there who are hungry for money. So stop him in Fort Charlotte. Do to him what they did to Frankie Wilson in 1997. And then he went on to say what you heard in the clip. Okay. Let's talk about it. What do you make of that? That's a
I
lot.
need to know what he knows.
In terms of what?
I need to know what he knows.
In terms of
That
what?
he is so set against Sabas not having any, any footing.
I mean,
politically. So I need to know what he knows.
I don't know if there's anything to know. Not necessarily. I mean, a lot of people are concerned about certain people having so much power already, power and in every field and so much wealth and now political power. And this could just be immense, unstoppable one-man force, potentially. And maybe that's what he's talking about there. Not anything exactly sinister or something, just that it's a lot. And we already have had quite a number of...
I didn't think it was anything sinister. Sometimes, they are privy to more than what, say, the general public is. I didn't necessarily think that it was something sinister. And I get the, the power. Because doesn't he already have like 650 million contracts for insurance with the government?
Insurance and rentals and all manner of things. And then the ability to make laws, well, if he becomes a... Right?
Yeah.
But maybe it's an irrational fear. What do you say, folks? Do you agree, disagree? Let's talk. 36232 325-4316. 325-4259. Call us toll free when I hear from you in the Family Islands. 242-300-5720. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. Or is it a great Bahamian success story coming from a humble background, so he says, right? That's what he said on the show. And rising up to this. Is that not what everyone should aspire to? Let's hear from you. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Morning.
Hi, good morning.
How you doing?
Doing well.
All right, Dwight, please ask you not to hang up on me. Now, I made a statement the other day, and you hung up on me because I said that I thought it was fraudulent to say something. The Prime Minister made a statement, and when he made the statement, so far within the 4 years, it is shown to be fraudulent. Well, my words was that I think he's a con artist. I don't want to make it look bad, but that's how a con artist is. They will say something and then do something different. Do you agree?
What are you trying to say? What are we talking
Okay,
about?
Brave David said he's for all Bahamians, but it seems like only the PLP is getting these contracts. The no-bid contracts shows that he's not for all Bahamians, right? Right?
Hello? No, I'm not sure if that's right, but okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. He said that he wants to help the Bahamians to improve with housing and stuff like that. In 4 years, he haven't done it. How do we trust somebody like him for the next 4 or 5 years?
Well, some things can't happen overnight.
Dwight, what I'm saying is that we have a very good prospect of a Michael Pintard leadership that we've never seen before. And so I'm saying to the Bahamian people and pleading with them, do not vote for this progressive Liberal Party who has treated us bad, who has not had accountability and transparency. Give Michael Pintard a chance. Because I tell you, if Michael mess up, I wouldn't vote for him. But I'm voting there for them, and God bless. Have a good day.
Very close to getting a bill. But okay, thank you very much. Let's take another call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Hi, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, yes, good morning. We can hear you.
Hello?
Turn on your radio and listen to us through the phone. We can hear you.
Sure. Good morning. How you doing, Dwight?
Doing well.
I'm your guest this morning. I'm a first time caller.
Welcome.
I just listened to Sparky just now, and just like Laverne was kind of emotionally moved, so was I. Because it's really so unfair to Sparky, especially all this stuff that, because I'm always listening. But I only want to send a message to Sparky and tell Sparky, I know that you are a born PLP, so take my humble advice, Sparky, and do not vote for them. Get rid of them. So you could try something new. And maybe you will be treated differently and much better. And that's just my advice to Sparky.
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate the call. Let's take another call. Good morning. You're live on the air. Hi, are you there? Anybody talking about?
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi.
Okay, great. There are basically just three things I really want to make mention of real briefly. I'm a progressive liberal supporter. I mean, that's no secret. The Prime Minister, from what I gathered last night, where he was talking and addressing about Sabas, it seems as though that's a major fear within that camp. And you don't hype up, and the leader of a former party doesn't come and hype up an individual if there's no need to do so. And I think they're scared of that, and I really believe that they're scared of that, and they see something on the writing on the wall. That's point number one.
Okay, 1 second. So I think it's beyond the camp, though. That might be bigger than a fear within the camp. It might be.
Well, I'm only addressing what last night. They weren't talking about any other camp. They were talking about the FNM was addressing it. So I'm addressing what the FNM leader said. Okay.
So that's not an issue within the PLP. They're not concerned, or is that a plan for the future? Or
if it was an issue in the PLP, he wouldn't be there right now.
Sorry, if what?
If it was an issue with the PLP, he would not be there right now.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
now, as I started to say,
I don't know about that one.
There's an issue that I saw. I don't know how true it is. I hope that it's not, because as I said before, there's an issue with a particular candidate. This thing is going viral all over the web concerning an opposition candidate right now that the Al Jazeera news network did a episode on. I noticed you all ain't mentioning nothing but that.
I mean, we talked about it earlier in the news. Dr. Fox is denying that he did anything wrong and that all the drugs that were mentioned are not illegal.
Why are you guys not pressing that?
I mean, okay.
Why are you not pressing that?
Why do you think? You think why?
I'm saying it because, sir, as you and I know, Al Jazeera is an international, world-renowned network. They don't come half-stepping. And I think it's obvious why it's not being mentioned.
Tell us, what is the reason?
Because of something that an earlier texter said earlier.
Did you text that?
You guys tend to lean towards a certain hue.
Well, certain
and that
hue?
That is obvious by most people.
You all weren't saying that in 2021. So it's very convenient now, especially now that a lot of our hosts from that time are working for you all. So that's a very inconvenient or convenient push narrative to be pushing.
That's what I wanted to really point out.
Well, I can tell you why I don't want to talk about it, because it's really boring. It doesn't mean a diddly squat. I mean, what is? And it's from years ago. And I really don't care. Laverne, what about you? I don't know.
Sorry?
The thing about the drugs and performance enhancing and Al Jazeera and this old documentary that has been dragged up.
Honestly, I didn't read the entire thing, so
I watched it.
Comment on it. Okay, I didn't watch all of it.
Okay. But I mean, what are they? So what?
I kind of read the headline and the top, and I think I got distracted and I didn't go back to it. So I really can't expound on that. In reference to what the caller is saying, He's just basically saying that we are 96.9% biased.
So this should be the biggest story of the day.
However, so is he, right? So he's going to be a little bit more sensitive if we bring up issues that maybe are not favorable to his party.
It's insane because 5 years ago, when Menace was not having a single thing to do with us, and this was the PLP's favorite station. But now all of a sudden, okay, when we tell you the truth, there's some people who are a little slanted. I will admit that on this station. But this is a boring story. I cannot tell a lie. This is what is this? And if you want to talk about who's not fit to be,
basically it's much ado about nothing. Is that what you're saying? Again, like I said, I read the headline. I started to, and then I'm sure I got distracted. So I cannot talk about it because I don't have.
I'll read it again if people want to hear. Let's read the story. No one's hiding from it. This is not how it works, but you all think it's a big story. Okay. Our Rachel Scott writing about it. It's in the Nassau Guardian today. Dr. Nicholas Fox, the Free National Movement candidate for Fox Hill, yesterday decried the recent circulation of a 2015 Al Jazeera clip, which was intended to suggest that he offered banned performance drugs to athletes. The video from a documentary looking into the use of performance-enhancing drugs by professional athletes depicted a British hurdler, Liam Collins, meeting with Fox about using EPO, I won't even try to pronounce this, insulin and testosterone. So Fox told the Nassau Guardian yesterday that none of those drugs are illegal and that he was never used of anything. He said, quote, "That's a legal drug that is readily available here. It's used to increase red blood cell production, and it's used in kidney failure. So it's not an illegal drug. I was never accused of anything. I was never convicted of anything. So the story needs to die." Well, I mean, okay, you don't get to determine that. But anyway, Fox said those circulating the clip nasty. He said, quote, "It has no substance, and that's an old story, 12 years old. They're trying to be nasty, and it holds no water because it's not an illegal drug. It's readily available by prescription from any pharmacy that you like. We use it often to increase red blood cell production in people with severe anemia and kidney failure." In the documentary titled "The Dark Side: Secrets of the Sports Dopers," Tim Montgomery was told to reach out to Fox, who was described as aggressive in getting drugs people want. Wow, well, that's kind of wild. But yeah. Okay. All right. So if we want to go on the list, and there's a long list of people who, based on their past, should not be running. Oh boy, we're going to have 5 candidates in this general election. Maybe 6. We should do that. I think that's a great idea. But we'll have to postpone this election. So let's what say you now? What say you now? But if you think that is the sexiest story of the moment, you got a problem. You've got a problem. You got a big problem. So come again. And you keep throwing the bias word around.
Saying that it's the sex.
Well, that's what he was saying. He said we're intentionally ignoring it.
Yeah, right. So it's not that this is the sexiest story around. It's the fact that he believes that we're not giving it the attention that we would have given it, say, if maybe perhaps someone from the party that he supports was named in the story.
Okay. Sure. That's hilarious. Okay. All right. Let's take some more calls. Caller, good morning. You're on the air. Are you there? Good morning. Hi, you're live. Call us back. 323-6232.
You can call it back because that was another one saying the same thing.
So he said, oh, they
said, let me hang up.
I just wanted to tell y'all that y'all are biased. Oh, okay. 325-4259. Caller, good morning. You're live.
Hey, good morning, Dwight.
Hi, good morning.
I'm morning, Laverne, and happy Mother's Day in advance.
Hey.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be seeing you tomorrow. But Dwight, Guardian is a private radio station. The call who called just now, ZNS is the public radio station, the taxpayers' money. And Adrian Francis and Bodie, the most garbage would they be running on with every evening, the biasness.
Okay. Well, we don't want to talk about them.
What I'm
but,
trying to say is they ain't talking about that. They ain't talking about that.
Oh,
Bias
they aren't
that they don't talk about Guardian. Man, Guardian is the private radio next week. And Ingram talking, but Sebastian, the prime minister, you have to fight with Petty to be the prime minister. Petty running for them to be the prime minister next time.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm sure there are going to be many others coming out of the woodwork, too.
Yeah, and spectacle boy in problems, too, because the boss will try to jump him to get that. But I don't understand why they be complaining, but you all are thinking the taxpayers radio station doing foolishness, man. All right, man, y'all have a nice day, man.
But it's only when it's only when they're in government.
Right.
When they're in opposition, they love us. There were people in here all the time when they were in opposition. All the time that answer your call on the first ring. It wouldn't even ring properly, right? And you haven't seen them in these 4.5 years. They've changed the number. They won't talk to you.
They're busy. They're busy working, Dwight.
How? You give them the benefit of the doubt. Well, we'll wait to hear from this person when they come on the show. But they're not coming. You're doing the same thing you did when Minutes was in charge, which they loved. But you're doing it to me now. Now you're biased. You're unfair. You're showing your... Please. But if you say it often enough and loud enough, people will believe you. And there are many people who believe you. Many people who believe it.
That's not the first time we've heard that.
Yesterday, I got it from the F&Ms. They were upset that I allowed Latreille Ramming to call in during the interview with the F&M candidate. Like, you would have done that to the PLP. How dare you? But the candidate agreed to take the call.
Right.
But everything can be seen as a bias to you if you don't know what's going on, and if you want it to be seen as a bias.
I have to say that. You're going to see it as a bias if you have that. If it's talking about something against it, seemingly bringing something to light that's not going to put your party or whatever you like in a good light. So you're going to be extra sensitive about it and feel and take it personally.
Mm-hmm.
But, if the shoe was on the other foot, just ask yourself that. Would it still be an issue?
Yeah.
Or would you be tuned right in going, if that Al Jazeera's story had come out about someone in your party, would you, and we had brought it to light, or we had talked about it, would you be calling and being like, yes, we need to talk about this? Or would you be like, oh, this was years ago and this doesn't mean anything and blah, 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 and so forth?
Yeah. Oh, my.
So in a lot of cases, it's their own sensitivity because whomever.
Or what they're paid to say. Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know about that
too.
Way. Look where you gone.
Well, 6 more calls and we'll get to these messages before we wrap up. Good morning, caller. You're live on the air.
Good morning, Dwight and Laverne. How are y'all doing?
Doing well. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, and good morning to the nation. I
Is that
heard you play a
John?
clip.
It is.
Yeah, yes, Laverne. What's going on?
John, how are you?
Why art thou forsaken me? I have not forsaken
Man?
thou.
Okay.
I have not forsaken thou. But nonetheless,
Okay.
for the limited time that's left. I heard y'all play a clip from Prime Minister Davis, right?
Well, we read what he said. We read what he said.
Right. You read what he said. No, y'all. Anyway.
Or maybe on the news you heard it.
Right. On the news. I heard it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so what I wanted to add to that in particular, and I want to say a quick comment on what former Prime Minister Ingram said in reference to PLP candidate Sabaz Bastian. I believe that that's the first time on the campaign trail I have personally heard PM speaking in the right tone, hitting the right notes. However, what I want to add to that directly to the Prime Minister is, Prime Minister, I think you definitely have to go much further than acknowledging the PLP is an imperfect party. I think it'll be beneficial for you to speak to how you are going to address the imperfection that currently exists in the party and a lot of the personalities that would have created the mess that currently exist that the PLP is swimming in and trying to swim through. Because there are individuals that exist in your earshot that created a lot of this mess that was completely unnecessary.
Would you like to call some names? Would you like to call some names, or you? Maybe no.
Well, Dwight, unlike the last caller, I am someone who I'm not caught up in things that are being pronounced. Where I focus on if what is being said is true or false, and that's how I seek to be fair to everyone, whether it be PLP or FNM, because anyone can make a pronouncement. But has that pronouncement led to any kind of investigation that proved anything that was true, or where the individual eventually was convicted, or where the individual was prosecuted and successfully convicted as a result? Then we can have a real conversation.
Yeah.
Outside of that, all it is political photo.
And I do want to ask you, Anton. You heard that previous caller. I mean, people, you remember this when this administration was in the opposition, and you would call in, and people would say, "Why are we giving you so much airtime?" And even in the beginning of this, but it's just so convenient to throw the biased word around. It's unbelievable what politics does.
That's why I said what I said just now, Dwight.
Yeah.
I believe that if you're going to have a responsible conversation, such as what is provided on talk shows, unlike what happens on social media, where it's the wild, wild west. Any accusation can be made, no substantiation, and most people have to be sued in order to be subdued into being responsible. You have to demonstrate that what is being said is actually true. You also have to demonstrate, if you want to take it any further, that an individual was held to whatever level of responsibility there is to be held. If no such things exist, all it is political photo, and I wouldn't waste my time with it, frankly speaking. We have too many things on the PLP side of the fence that is true. Even the current that has just been revealed, that is true, that we need to swim through successfully, and that the chief negotiator for the PLP, being Prime Minister Davis, has to speak to in an honest way in order to convince people in the voting populace that we are seeking to reform ourselves, because that's where we are right now, right? And let me end this with the comment from former Prime Minister Ingram with regards to Sebastian, right? Now, I happen to know that one of the core reasons that the numbers industry and the persons participating in that industry was able to get the support of one of the biggest segments in our society, being the church, right, is because the Prime Minister had, at the time, Christie, agreed that they would never, ever enter into politics, right? Now, certainly not enter into the cabinet, right, is where it was, more specifically speaking. So I would be interested to know if the PLP is successful at the polls, if Prime Minister Davis is inclined to appoint Sebastian to his cabinet, because that would become his prerogative. That's what I think we need to be focusing on. But however, as it relates to what the caller was saying, I think there is no correlation between being in the party and being appointed as the Prime Minister. I think that what Ingram said, he was onto something, because as it relates to these internal, and I spoke to this the other day, Dwight, when you had Dr. Strachan on, right? As it relates to the internal mechanisms of each party, they are not national in scale, and they are certainly not focused as it relates to the complete benefit to Bahamians as in national in scale. And so if you have the means, and Ingram is right, there's a lot of people that can be influenced by your means. That is almost a direct path to unfairly jumping, whether you are competent, whether you are qualified, and this is not speaking to say Sebastian is not. I'm just speaking to the realities.
Yeah.
Whether you have integrity or not, credibility or not, it automatically puts you in a fast lane to the fast track to ending up someplace that ultimately the population does not get a decision in, because it's a party decision and it's an internal mechanism.
Okay.
And so a lot has to be unfolded as it relates to that. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very
God
much.
bless.
Appreciate it. Okay. Laverne, we are out of time. I'm going to read this text before we go. This person says here, Dwight, all of us are biased. We are biased towards Laverne. We love her. Okay.
Thank you, Dexter.
Wow.
That made my morning. Thank
All right.
you. I'm biased towards y'all too, by the way.
Great stuff. All right, so I will keep you posted about biometric voters card gate. We'll see
You
how
gotta
this
know.
goes. But Laverne, thank you for being here this morning.
Always a pleasure.
We'll talk with you again very soon, and I'll be back tomorrow morning with more Morning Blend and Morning Blend Business right here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Pick up today's NASA Guardian for the latest in business news in the Guardian Business section. A lot more on what the FRC is saying in today's Guardian Business section. This portion of the show brought to you in part by CFAL, growing wealth for future generations. Stay tuned for On the Clock with Aaron Green coming up next.
On Angie, how does it feel to have broken the bull riding world record?
Sore, Sean. That bull was angry.
Angie, I think that bull is headed towards your red convertible.
I broke the world record and he broke my car. Oh well, at least I've got CG Comprehensive Motor to cover this.
Get covered for collision, damage, and more. CG Atlantic Agents and Brokers. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
At CFAL, we understand that a secure future is the greatest gift you can give your employees. That's why our tailor-made group pension solutions are designed to fit the needs of both large and small companies. With CFAL, you can provide the retirement you and your employees deserve, ensuring peace of mind and financial stability for years to come. Join the many businesses that have already entrusted CFAL to write pension plan for their employees and let us help you build a brighter future for your team. Visit us at cfal.com to get started on building wealth so you can live well. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
CFAL is a sponsor of Team Bahamas for the 2026 Carifta Games.
5 years, we struggle as they rule. Our economy in ruins. Job prospects dried up. Hundreds of millions spent on no-bid contracts. Illegal immigrants flooded our communities. Our schools and hospitals broken. And healthcare unaffordable. Now they want 5 more years. If they get it, our future, our Bahamas, is gone. Under the F&M, that changes because they know their job is to work for you, not the few.
Every job I've had, I've learned something invaluable. When I was in construction, my brother made us look for the screws and the nails in the dirt because your job could be held up. One of the sayings was, if you have time to lean, you have time to clean. You are always on the clock. The F&M knows a strong economy means better jobs, more money in people's pocket, and a real comeback. And our team will work every day to make it happen.
This message was paid for and authorized by the Free National Movement.
If you're done with gas prices burning a hole through your wallet, stop paying the price and start driving the solution. A BYD EV from Easy Car Sales comes with an 80% drop in your fuel costs. So wave goodbye to gas lines and charge while you sleep. For 8 years, drivers like you have been breaking up with the pump and waking up to freedom. It's more than a car. It's a new way to be. It's a BYD from the one and only authorized dealer in the Bahamas. Visit easy242.com to learn more.
Looking for the perfect venue to inspire, celebrate, and connect? Welcome to Clifton Heritage National Park, one of the most unique event destinations in the Bahamas. Planning a wedding, birthday, or concert? Our breathtaking backdrops, whether it's Johnston Beach, Turtle Pen, or the historic ruins, transform every event into something unforgettable. For creators, Clifton is a dream. From photo shoots to film productions, every corner of the park offers stunning visuals, natural, historic, and truly Bahamian. And sometimes it's simply about slowing down. Treat your team, your family, or yourself to a beach day reset. Soft sands, calm waters, shaded spots, and a beach bar ready to serve. At Clifton Heritage National Park, your event becomes more than a gathering. It becomes a memory. Celebrate with us, create with us, reset with us. Clifton Heritage National Park, your destination for unforgettable experiences. Come and see Clifton Heritage.
When it comes to hearts at Cleveland Clinic, you can't miss a beat. You seek the best care possible, work with the brightest minds, and leave no stone unturned to get to the heart of the matter. Because understanding is always the first step to overcoming. For every heart in the world, see how we're advancing the future of heart care at Cleveland Clinic today.
5 years, we struggle as they rule. Our economy in ruins. Job prospects dried up. Hundreds of millions spent on no-bid contracts. Illegal immigrants flooded our communities. Our schools and hospitals broken. And healthcare unaffordable. Now they want 5 more years. If they get it, our future, our Bahamas, is gone. Under the F&M, that changes because they know